in the last 3 games and is currently riding a 3-game point streak. The team looking to rebound after a tough loss 6-2 last night to Orlando. We had a chance to catch up with some of the players prior to tonight's game at the morning skate.
We have some things to work on. We need to bring our effort working away from the puck. If we do that, we have a good team. Lots of skill that can take over games, and we know that we can dominate down low. So it's just bringing our work boots and our lunch pails to the game, and if we do that, we should be fine. Well, we need to have a good start. That's always a big thing in the game of hockey, and then we need to stick to our system. Smurf's been preaching it for the last week or so here. When we play the way that we're supposed to play, we have a really good team, but when we loop around in the neutral zone and we're not really caring what's going on in the D zone and not playing as a 5-man unit, we're going to give up 5-6 goals every game, and you can kind of see that in the games that we haven't played very well. So if we work on those things and, like I said, bring our work ethic, we'll be fine.
It's our first Wednesday game of the season, and fans can enjoy $2 select beer and wines for every Wednesday game here during the 2019-2020 regular season. It's also our Halloween-themed game, so come wearing your best Halloween costume to tonight's game. Game time set for 7 p.m. at Veterans Memorial Arena.
And we are now just about set for hockey as I bring in Alex Reed for tonight's game. Alex, finally back home. It's been 2.5 weeks. It was an eventful 4-game road trip. The Icemen finishing 1-2-1-0 on that trip. A lot of ups and downs, but it did end on a sour note last night, a 6-2 loss to Orlando.
Yeah, it really did, and following a really good first period by the Icemen. I mean, they did an excellent job, grabbed a 1-0 lead, and then in the first 4.5 minutes of that second period, it just all went downhill. Orlando seized control of the hockey game and really grabbed some momentum. And then about the end of the second period, when the Icemen were starting to get it together, 2.5 seconds left in the period, they score a 4th goal. That was kind of the backbreaker. But you know what? You heard in the preview there, and that was Graham Craig, the player that was being interviewed there, and he was saying, hey, when we don't play as a 5-man group on every shift, we're going to have some struggles. But if we do, we know we have elite skill up front and stingy defense on the back end. They know they can win, and they've been able to play well when they do that. So he's real excited, though, he said, and so are all the guys, after a tough loss last night, to get right back after it tonight.
Yeah, and Jacob Cederholm mentioned exactly that to me as well, that it's great to be playing the very next night after a performance like last night. And that's definitely something to watch then tonight, is whether they play as a 5-man unit out there in front of goaltender Jeremy Helvig, who, by the way, is making his 2nd career start for the Icemen. He is a former Everblade netminder, former Florida Everblade netminder. Opposing him tonight, another Florida Everblade netminder. That is Martin Ouellette. Frankie Ouellette. Martin Ouellette also played last year for the Orlando Solar Bears, so he's making his tour around the South Division with 1 team per year each of the last 3 years. But those two certainly know each other. They'll be looking 200 feet down the ice from one another all night long.
Yeah, Martin Ouellette, a very sound goaltender. And, boy, you look at Atlanta, they've got a great 1-2 punch in their goaltending tandem. And Ouellette getting the start, he's a guy that can give you a chance to win every night. So the Icemen are going to need to get to him early.
Logan Nelson on the faceoff for Atlanta. It is Pierre-Luc Mercier for the Icemen. Jacksonville controls. We are underway. Thank you so much for being with us tonight on Mixler. Arlie Johnson along with Alex Reed on the call. Jacob Cederholm in possession of the puck for Jacksonville. Chipping it off glass, trying to work it out of the zone. Can't do it yet. Another chance on the backhand, still whacking at it. Finally, the Icemen do work it free to the red line. Loose in the neutral zone, and the Glads pick it up. Left wing side for Atlanta. It is Alexei Solovyev. Getting it to the blue line for Joel Mesner, who will forehand into the zone. Cederholm pokes it away from one man. Zach Malatesta, former defenseman, playing up front now for Atlanta. Keeps it in the zone. Wrist shot from long distance, stick to side easily by Helvig. Rebound comes up high for Jacksonville. Nikita Karostelev, who had a couple of good games over the weekend in Fort Wayne, looking to knock it free along the near side wall, but Atlanta holds it in the zone. Malatesta with a wrister. Easy save again by Helvig. No rebound, and we've got some sticks up high in front of the net as well, with Luke Nogard and Graham Craig jousting. And our first whistle comes just under a minute into this contest. Still scoreless with a draw in the Icemen zone.
Yeah, Luke Nogard, a guy that always goes to the net. Had a chance to watch him play a good amount there during his time with the Norfolk Admirals. But a guy, he goes to the net. That's where he gets a lot of his goals, those garbage goals, as they say. But Nogard, a nose for the net, no doubt about it. We'll see him there around plenty tonight.
Icemen win the faceoff, break out of the zone very cleanly. Over the blue line, it is C.D. Baudouin with a soft wrister on net. First save made by Marty Willette. Comes up to the high slot. Jacksonville pulls it away to the right point. It's Karostelev. Wrister, hit the man right in the face. It's an Atlanta player. A quick whistle. Getting it up high was Jack Stander. You could see it immediately. We certainly hope he is okay. No blood on the ice, which is a great sign, and he is skating on his own power right now. But he took that wrist shot right up in the face. Perhaps it just caught him kind of flush as opposed to an edge. That's what you would kind of hope for in a situation like that. Maybe it glanced off a part of his helmet, maybe like an ear flap or something like that. And hopefully he is going to be all right. He's being looked at on the bench right now and doesn't seem the worse for wear.
Yeah, he's a tough guy, Stander. He's seen a lot of action there, big-bodied guy there. And, of course, I mean, I guess you got to be tough if you're playing hockey there, but those don't feel good no matter how way you spin it, Harley. Just the impact alone is enough to just make it very uncomfortable.
Face off in the Gladiators' own penalty coming. And I believe this is going to be on Atlanta for a slash. Oh, maybe it will be Jacksonville heading to the box. I take that back. Garrett Ross heading into the box. And it is a power play for the Atlanta Gladiators. So a absolute bail bonds penalty kill for Jacksonville. This is something in talking with head coach Jason Christie pregame, telling me that he really wants to see worked out quickly is the penalty kill. He takes a lot of pride in his penalty kill, #1 overall in the league last year, but a rough few games, and right off the draw, it is Helvig that has to stick the puck away from an Atlanta player, and finally the Icemen are able to work it out of the zone. That was very dangerous right out of the chute on the draw. Atlanta on the power play this year, 20th overall. They're 3 for 21 on the season on the power play. Jacksonville's penalty killing, despite Coach Christie's call for a better unit, they're still 13th in the league at 81.5%. Puck is to the blue line for Atlanta. It is Mesner to the right circle for their team captain, Derek Nesbitt. Nesbitt to the half wall right side, Samuel Asselin. And a shot and a score from Nick Bly, the Icemen killer, has done it again. All alone on the doorstep. Helvig had no chance whatsoever. Nick Bly, who had 9 goals in 8 games against Jacksonville last year, connects again just over 2 minutes in. That was an intentionally wide shot from Mesner. It went off the end boards right to Bly, who poked it into a wide open net.
Yeah, and it's just one of those tough bounces off the wall. And that's something you would typically use. That was an intentional wide shot. They must have seen something there in the morning skate there, a little bit of a give. That's something that usually a team with home ice advantage usually will take advantage of in that situation. But that time Atlanta used it there, came right off the back wall, and there was a man on the backside there. That's just a tough play, tough bounce. Icemen have got to find a way to get it back.
The Icemen do get a soft shot on goal from the blue line from Hayden Shaw, who's been playing well as of late. Give one assist to Joel Messner. On the other one, Samuel Asselin. Time of the goal, 2:06 of period #1. And the Icemen who wanted a hot start, well, that has officially not happened yet.
No, it hasn't. And, of course, Nick Bly, of all people, I mean, he was an Iceman killer, as you mentioned. 13 points and 9 goals last year. The Icemen were probably not happy to see his name on the roster here again this season in 1920. But here he is, already making an impact.
And here come the Gladiators 2-on-2 through the neutral zone, but it's tipped away by Jacksonville. Not cleared out of the zone yet. Jack Stander already back out on the ice, so it looks like he is okay. As Atlanta has it at the right point. Slap shot never reached the net. Deflects up high for Daou. Knocks it out to the red line. Backhanded into the zone, Derek Nesbitt. And a wrist shot towards goal, blocked aside by Helvig. Man was down off the puck. That's captain Emerson Clark for Jacksonville. Slow to get up, but he is indeed up, and now he hits a man off the puck. No call, and it's a steal and a slap shot that is blocked. Comes up high, another shot on goal, blocker save, and it will go out of play. Marty Willett talking to the referee, Maxim Primo, who flat out missed the call from Emerson Clark. Should have been a penalty. It looked like it was just, retaliation, and the Icemen nearly had an opportunity because of it.
Yeah, and he was involved in some contact right before that, and then obviously the situation there, but a big blast attempt there by Baudouin, got blocked by one of the defensemen there, and a chance there on the left side, punched away off that blocker of Willett, who always makes a great first save, and so far facing a couple shots in this game, has been able to turn them aside.
Pierre-Luc Mercier at center. This is his first home game for Jacksonville. A lot of new faces for the Icemen, in fact, since opening night that we'll address as this game moves along. For Mercier, he has Bobby Lynch on his right side. On the left, it is James Phelan. Left point, Mitch Jones. And on the right side, Charles-David Baudouin. Atlanta wins the draw, and they clear it out. Baudouin has it jump off of his glove back into his own territory. Loose there for the Icemen. Lynch getting it free to the neutral zone. Atlanta brings it right back in. Foot race for the puck, and the Glads are first on it. Looking to center is a Selin. Into the high slot, shot on goal, save made by Helvig. Rebound for the Icemen, around the wall to the near side. Powers holds in for Atlanta. Working it behind the net. Tommy Martian. Half wall near side, gets bumped off the play by Baudouin. Held in the zone now by Eric Nelly for Atlanta. Loose puck stolen by Jacksonville. Now they'll start a three-man rush. Over the blue line it is Phelan. Backhanding it behind the Atlanta net for Mercier. Mercier around the wall at the left point, just onto the ice as Graham Craig somehow keeps it in. He overskated it and got it right back. Could have been a 2-on-1 against otherwise. Play moves behind the Atlanta cage. Craig still way in deep as Robert Powers knocks it free from him. Atlanta backhands up the wall, but it's held in again by Jacksonville. They'll try the opposite corner this time. Loose there for Powers, who will chip it high and out of the zone. Icing will be waved off as Jacksonville collects the puck and Atlanta completes a line change. 15:28 to go in the first period. Already 1-0 Atlanta, and a steal from the Gladiators. Helvig makes the save. Rebound for Jacksonville. Bouncing puck goes over the blue line, and a offside will be called. If it wasn't called, the Icemen may have had numbers the other way.
Yeah, they certainly would have there, and a little bit of pushing and shoving here as we have the whistle, but it's a situation where the puck just kind of went back in just enough and kicked back out. You're right, it would have been an odd man rush for certain that time for Jacksonville, but again, another bounce that didn't go in their favor here in the early going.
Everett Clark was one of the players talking it over with an Atlanta player. Good to see him back out on the ice after missing a couple of games. In fact, he missed all 4 games on the road, but back in action tonight. Jacksonville with the puck at their own blue line. It's Garrett Ross. Indirect pass. Great look for Daou. Shot on goal. Save is made by Willett. Rebound into the corner for the Icemen. It is Ross. Seam pass across the left side for Daou. Back for Ross in the slot. Can't get the shot away. Still loose. Daou fights for it. Atlanta gets it away, and they clear the zone. What a great pass that was from Ross to Daou. Indirect off the boards. Daou with a quality opportunity, looking to tie this hockey game up. For the Icemen, it's Michael Propavesis. Ahead for Clark, who deflects into the zone. Chasing after is Daou. A lot of speed for the Icemen out there with Daou and Emerson Clark, along with Pierre-Luc Mercier, who just comes onto the ice. Atlanta redirects out of their own end for Mitch Jones inside his own blue line. 14:25 to go in the first. It's Atlanta 1, Jacksonville nothing. Jacksonville to the Atlanta blue line. They get it over the line. It is onside, but the Gladiators have possession. Skating out of the zone, up the left wing, wristing in is Nelson. Comes all the way around to the far blue line for James Phelan for Jacksonville. 4-man rush, but the pass trying to connect with Bobby Lynch was broken up. Not cleared yet. Lynch holds in. On his backhand to the right of Willett. Gets it to the blue line for Craig. Cross ice at Cedarholm. Wrister in a screen. Deflects away into the near side corner for Malatesta for the Gladiators. Zach Malatesta Stick handles up, and it's stolen by Jacksonville. In transition, it's Phelan walking in on the backhand, centering feed, tripped up. Net comes off of its moorings, and we'll have a stoppage in play. Phelan was hoping for a feed to the opposite wing, couldn't find anybody there. We'll take a break in the action with 13:40 to go in the first. It's Atlanta 1, Jacksonville nothing.
Tonight's game is brought to you by the ECHL, celebrating its 32nd season of affordable family entertainment. The ECHL would like to recognize the following league sponsors: AMI Graphics, official signage provider; A&R Sports, official hockey accessory supplier; AthleticNet, official jersey supplier; Baron Rings, official championship ring supplier; BFL Canada Risk and Insurance and Sutton Special Risk, sponsors of the 2020 ECHL Hall of Fame induction ceremony; Ephesus Lighting, the preferred lighting partner of the ECHL; The Fairley Group, official commercial insurance provider; Geico, official auto insurance of the ECHL; Handbid, the official mobile auction app; Honig's, the official partner of the ECHL officiating team; Howie's Hockey Tape, official hockey tape and lace provider; In Glasgow, official puck provider; The Migray Group, your source for game-worn jerseys; Ticket Galaxy, official ticket resale partner; and Warrior, official on-ice equipment provider of the ECHL. Catch all the live ECHL action in high definition by logging on to ECHL.tv.
Arlie Johnson along with Alex Reed here in downtown Jacksonville. The Icemen trailing 1-0, looking to move to 500 on the season. Currently their mark: 1 win, 2 losses, 2 overtime losses. No shootouts to speak of as of yet. Faceoff is in the Atlanta zone, but the Gladiators win it and clear it away. It went out of play. It's off the glass and out of play, so no penalty here. And a pretty happy fan in the front row as well.
Victory dance.
Yeah.
That puck.
Yeah, he was pretty excited about that. More excited than I would have anticipated for a grown man.
I would agree with you there. He's got some moves down there. But
he did.
And a little showboat there when he flipped the puck and caught it. And, if he had dropped it, it would have been real embarrassing for everybody here. But he nailed it.
You know, he's excited. I'm excited for him.
Yes.
I guess.
That makes 2 of them.
Yeah, sure. Faceoff cleared out to the center ice by Atlanta. It's a delayed offside that is waved off as the Icemen clear the zone. And a steal by Jacksonville in the neutral zone. It's Fortier with a drop pass for Cedarholm. Cannot get the shot away. They do hold it in. Fortier looking to center from behind the net. Plays it all the way to the left point for Craig. Craig with a wrist shot. Goes wide to the near side. Comes off the end boards. Long outlet pass. That's a great defensive play by Graham Craig. Atlanta was trying to cherry pick for a breakaway pass. But Craig was there to read it and pick it off. Long outlet pass now for Jacksonville. Fortier drops it back for Cedarholm. Right wing circle in his own territory. D to D for Craig. Long outlet pass deflects to the Atlanta blue line. Jacksonville trying to get a line change, at least from the forwards, as Dante Hanoun gives it up in the neutral zone. Atlanta gets it back. Nesbitt will forehand in. Hayden Shaw. Good outlet pass for Emerson Clark. Daou over the blue line for Ross. Left circle. Tries to step around a man. Couldn't quite do it. Jacksonville looks like they've got a lot of speed out there. They just haven't been able to connect every dot yet. Still they hold the puck. It is Shaw at the right point. Rister goes behind the net. Daou with it there. Defended by Mesner. Daou to the near side half wall. Ridden off the play. Cleared towards the blue line and out of the zone. Jacksonville right back with it. Garrett Ross at center ice. Tries to get away from a double team. Works it free from a couple or maybe even 3 forecheckers for Atlanta. And the Icemen maintain control.
Yeah, Ross was a guy the team really missed last night. Took the morning skate, but kind of had a little bit of an injury that crept up on him there before taking the bus, and he was missed last night in Orlando.
Back out there tonight as we have a stoppage in play. Icing will be called here against Atlanta. A couple other guys missing for the Icemen. John Albert not in action tonight. Dejan Mingo still out since opening night. That's a big loss for Jacksonville as well. Chase Watala not in the lineup this evening. Kyle Shapiro still looking for his first appearance of the night, as is Dalton Thrower. They are both still on the injured list. And newcomer Brendan Warren, who was signed a couple of days ago out of the University of Michigan. He's waiting for his first action as well. None of those players are suited up this evening. Waiting at the top of the circle in this offensive zone draw for Jacksonville is James Phelan, and he collects the puck. Can't stick handle into a shot on goal just yet. It ends up behind the cage. Jacksonville tries to center, but it is blocked. and stick handled away by Atlanta. Bouncing puck into the Jacksonville end. It's Baudouin up the right side. Lang can't handle the hot pass. Bouncing puck in the neutral zone. The Icemen get it right back. Phelan over the blue line. Tries to go wide on his defender. Drop pass. Broken up there. Mercier was trying to get in. It's a 4-on-2 possible for Atlanta the other direction. Stander with a wrist shot. Blocker saved by Helvig. Rebound high into the air. Stays in play. Jacksonville has the puck 3-on-2 if they see the trailer, but it's going to be offside on the play. Mercier brought the puck over the blue line. Phelan apparently was offside. The fans expressing their displeasure. Mitch Jones was going to step in all alone as that third player in.
Yeah, it was without question. He was going to be the trailer. They were waiting on him to catch up there, but obviously the whistle negated that for the offside. They were just a step off there. It's too bad because it did negate what was an odd man rush for the Icemen. And oh boy, here we go.
Fight right off the draw. Everett Clark for Jacksonville. Anthony Collins for Atlanta. Right in the center ice face-off dot. Clark's helmet is off already. Clark comes in with a right hand. Collins tries to get a right himself. Clark looking to come back with another one. Collins has a huge size advantage here. We'll give you the tail of the tape when it's over. Clark still looking to get that left hand free. Collins tries to wrap him up. Clark looking to come back with a body blow. Collins now tries to wrap up Clark. Clark with a good left on Collins. He connected there. Collins with a right. They both go down and the linesman will separate. For Everett Clark, 5'9", 180. For Anthony Collins, 6'4", 215. Clark couldn't care less about the size difference as the two of them head to the box for 5 minutes, presumably just for 5 minutes, with 11:03 to go in the first.
I don't know what it's about those Clarks. Boy, they're feisty, both of them. Emerson and Everett taking on guys, much larger than they are size-wise. But as they say with the old adage there, it's not the size of the dog in the fight, the size of the fight in the dog. That's the Clarks out of Whitby, Ontario, taking on a much bigger guy in Collins. It was tough there for Clark to really get going there because the reach advantage, and Collins was able to tie him up. He did sneak in a good one there on that little jab, but Everett Clark, welcome back to the lineup. He's been out a little bit of an injury and not shying away from the rough stuff.
Yeah, and I don't think he had to ease his way into this game, as it turns out. That was just his second shift, I think. First one, I had a little conversation with an Atlanta player, and maybe that just was the precursor for what we just saw now. It is 5 apiece for fighting, nothing more. We skate 5-on-5 on the ice. Atlanta has the puck as we resume live action. Gladiators try to deflect it in, but it goes off the curved glass right at the Icemen bench. And that'll bring the draw back outside the blue line. We want to thank all the Icemen fans for tuning in here on Mixlr or on ECHL.tv. We also have, I would assume, some Atlanta Gladiator fans out there as well, as they do not have a broadcaster here on the road. So we hope you enjoy this broadcast as well, although from our point of view, we hope that you enjoy it with 0 points at the end of the night. In the neutral zone, it is the Icemen with control. Ross over the blue line, has it poked away. Lynch gets it right back, saved by Willett. That was a quick release on that shot from Lynch. Nearly caught Willett napping, trying to go 5-hole. The Icemen hold it in around the boards and out. Cedarholm couldn't quite get to the right point in time. Now a loose puck comes back into the Icemen zone for Graham Craig. It's Craig with a pass. It goes off a leg right to Bobby Lynch. That was fortunate, and Lynch skates through center ice. 2-on-3 for the moment. Lynch goes wide on his defender, just tosses it down into the corner around the wall for Chase Lang, who's got a couple of goals over these last 2 games. The Icemen with it at their own blue line now. It is Hayden Shaw deflecting in behind the Atlanta net. Slamming it around the wall is Flagel. Flagel can't get it by Propavesis yet. Big hit from Jacksonville. That's Karastalev knocking it free in the neutral zone. But Atlanta picks up the puck. It's Selin trying to go to the inside out on Shaw. Shaw read it very well. Selin getting it right back at the top of the left circle. Turns to his forehand. Shot deflected on goal from Marchand. Jacksonville with the easy clear out on the deflection. Fortier brings it into the Atlanta end. Powers ahead of Fortier. Loose puck on the play. Jacksonville looks for the steal. Karastalev gets it free. Shot from the circle. Save made by Willett off the stick of Mercier, who's got pretty good jump out there early on in this contest. Selin for Atlanta clears it in. Jacksonville gets it right back out. 3-man attack over the blue line. It is Fortier to the blue line for Baudouin, right circle. Goes wide on a man, takes it behind the Atlanta net. Centering feed all alone, wrist shot saved by Ouellette. Off the stick of Fortier to the left point, it's held in by Jones. Jones looking for Fortier, couldn't handle the pass. And the Gladiators have a 3-man rush to center. Could have had numbers, but they want a line change instead. 8:52 and counting on the clock. First period, it's 1-0 Gladiators. Jones from center ice, snaps it into the zone. Bouncing puck on the forecheck is Daou, but it's Nick Bly ahead for Atlanta, clearing it away. Jacksonville right back to the blue line, delayed offside, and the Gladiators will take over. Bly by himself, trickles it into the Jacksonville end. It's Craig behind his own net. He'll stop right there. Looks for an outlet pass, uses the boards. Phelan then for Daou. Daou chops it in on the backhand. Chasing after it is Phelan, gets the puck free, tries to center. Broken up by Atlanta. That puck was just behind Daou. Jacksonville can't keep it in the zone. It's cleared away by Bly. Bly for Hanoun, back for Bly on the left wing circle. Drop pass for Stander, great back check by Garrett Ross, and here come the Icemen in transition. It's Ross, over the blue line, onside, clears it in, chases after it himself. Malatesta, first on it, he stick handles out of further harm's way and clears it out. 7:43 to go in the first period. The Icemen with it in their own zone. Shots on goal, 8-6 in favor of Atlanta, as the Icemen clear it ahead for Emerson Clark. Wing to wing for Lynch, chips it over the blue line, trying to go wide on Powers. Powers bodies him up and then takes the puck as well. Up the wall, held in by Fortier. Fortier for Lang. Lang using the boards to play it behind the net for Lynch. Centering feed, picked off there by Atlanta. It was stolen by Luke Nogard, and the Gladiators will ice the puck. Since the goal, Alex, that Atlanta scored just over 2 minutes in, Jacksonville has definitely had the edge in play. Just seems like there's just one little thing missing. You know, a puck that goes over a stick, or a pass that should be on the tape, but it's on their backhand side instead of their forehand. They're making a lot of good plays, just not enough to connect and complete the sequence.
And that's kind of been the thing here the last couple weeks. You're right, they're just so close, but just slightly missing off a little bit, as you're saying there. They're making the plays, not connecting and finishing off those plays. But you know, I don't know what you attribute it to. I mean, obviously they have a completely different lineup than what they had opening night.
Yeah.
All the new bodies. Maybe they're just trying to feel out the chemistry. But you're right. I mean, they're getting the play, they're getting the opportunities, just not quite making it sink to create those really dangerous opportunities. Iceman had a season high 37 shots last night, but a lot of outside, up high perimeter shots. Nothing that was really challenging for Spencer Martin.
That does make me wonder if that was something before yesterday's game from head coach Jason Christie. Get the puck on net, get the puck on net, get the puck on net. That's not normally his style, but maybe last night it was. It was a goaltender that he had not seen before.
Well, he did. He said right before the game they need to create more shots and limit the amount of shots. He'd like to see that number around 25 shots against. I believe Orlando finished with about just a bit over 30, so he just wants to bring that number down.
The Icemen have the puck in their own end. It's Baudouin. Left to right pass, goes off the glass for Karastalev. He couldn't find it at first, but he does get it over the blue line. That puck was over his head, so he just lost sight of it briefly. Loose in the Gladiator zone, and Atlanta skates out with it. 3-man rush right up the middle. Soloviev for Malatesta. Great save by Helvig. Rebound is cleared away, but not out yet. The blocked shot by Karastalev. Rebound, score. 2-0 Gladiators on the goal from Logan Nelson. Or maybe it was Samuel Asselin. We'll wait and see. I think it was 18, not 28. Give the goal to Samuel Asselin. At the 13:35 mark, Karastalev made the initial block, but Asselin got it right back and snapped a wrister down low under the pads of Jeremy Helvig, and it is 2-0 Atlanta.
Yeah, too many second, third chance opportunities being surrendered right there, and you just can't allow that to happen. Saw a little bit of that last night. Lots of initial first stops by Griffin Outhouse in last night's game, and just those rebounds weren't getting picked up. They were getting second, third chances, and too many chances right there for Atlanta on that shift, and they were able to put it in the back of the net.
And that second attempt, well, and the first attempt, obviously, which is blocked too, but they were both right in the slot. I mean, prime scoring opportunity there as the Gladiators are looking for more. Centering feed, picked off by Phelan. He'll chip it off the glass and safely out into the Gladiator end. Stander with it there ahead of Daou. Playing it off the end boards. Gladiators try to golf it out, but it's stolen by Mercier. Mercier for Phelan, who can't get the centering feed away. He had Daou on the doorstep.
Yeah, another chance you just talked about, Harley. It was set up nicely, just didn't get through and cleanly enough.
Penalty coming on Atlanta. It's a delayed call. Jacksonville still has the puck. It is Phelan at the right circle. Cross ice for Craig. Back to the benches, Helvig in favor of a sixth attacker on the delayed call. Craig at the right point, spinning away from a man. Tries to get it loose, but Marchand will touch it up. Penalty coming here on the Gladiators. It is a slashing call. We will take a break with 5:32 to go in the first period. Atlanta already leading 2-0, and the Icemen need this one. Back in just a moment.
Ever wish we could get a new house?
Yes, and Community First is freezing mortgage rates for up to 75 days, and they pay closing costs.
Ever wish we didn't hire your cousin to fix our leaky roof?
Just keep mopping.
Ready for a new home? The home team at Community First can help by freezing mortgage rates for up to 75 days and paying your closing costs. Learn more at communityfirstfl.org. Community First, love where you bank. Equal housing lender.
Hey fans, be sure to check out ECHL.TV, the live streaming destination for the 2018-19 season. Catch all the latest live action from across the premier AA Hockey League, including multi-game high-definition view and playback functionality on both your PC, mobile, and OTT devices. Visit ECHL.TV today to get into the game and never miss the action. Power play upcoming for Jacksonville, along with Alex Reed. Arlie Johnson with you tonight for the broadcast of this game. Jacksonville trailing 2-0 in the early going here to Atlanta. The Gladiators with a lot of spring in their step tonight, and for the Icemen, they're looking for something to feel good and confident about, and hopefully this power play is exactly what they needed. They'll start with Garrett Ross at center, Alexi Daou on the left wing, Chase Lang in the slot on the right side. At the blue line, fourth forward is Emerson Clark along with Charles-David Baudouin. Jacksonville wins the crucial faceoff. It is Clark, right point for Baudouin. Clark again, top of the right circle, and the Icemen set up. Clark throwing it in front, looking for the deflection for Lang. Good opportunity, but it whistles just wide. Daou to the blue line for Baudouin. Center point, 60 feet away. To the left circle, it's Ross. Slap shot, save made by Willett with a left pad. Rebound for Clark. To the blue line for Baudouin. Ross at the left circle. Baudouin again. Wrister in a screen is gloved by Willett. Apparently it wasn't enough of a screen. He plucked that one out of the air with ease. There were bodies in front, but he had a lane to see it, and he will hold on for the faceoff. Good opening start there for that power play.
It was, good puck movement, a couple of shots there. One was kind of challenging there for Willett, but he was able to turn it aside. And, Arlie, this is a big power play, I think, at this juncture in a hockey game. I mean, obviously, the Icemen are down 2-0. They don't want to go by. They want to get the next goal in this game, but you don't know how many more opportunities you're going to get against this Atlanta club. They're one of the most disciplined teams in the ECHL here in the early going. They're the fourth least penalized team at just averaging 9.8 penalty minutes a game. So they're a team, they don't commit a lot of penalties. You got to try to seize the opportunities when you get them.
Atlanta clears the zone on this faceoff. The Icemen will regroup between the circles and their own end. It's Baudouin spinning away from Hanoun, feeding it to the left for Ross. Ross enters the zone. Atlanta steals it. They do not clear it yet. Held in by Jacksonville. Bouncing puck. Nobody can find the handle to it. Finally, it's the Icemen in control. Ross behind the Atlanta net for Lang, and to the blue line it's Clark. Loses it briefly, but gets it back for Baudouin. Baudouin to the right circle for Ross. Puck just jumps over his stick. Ends up behind the Atlanta net. Stander just wants to try and pin it up against the dasher, and he got drilled by Jacksonville. It was Emerson Clark who hammered him into the glass to try and dislodge the puck. Never did dislodge it, though. And the faceoff will be in the Gladiator zone with 51 seconds to go on this power play.
Yeah, they were kind of jammed up, and a puck kind of frozen on the back glass there. And Emerson Clark, like a wrecking ball, just trying to jar it free and using the body to do so. And they do blow it dead, though, and a face-off here in the offensive zone.
Second power play unit on for the Icemen. Still with four forwards. Bobby Lynch is now at the blue line with Michael Propavesis up front. It is Phelan on the draw. He wins it cleanly for Propavesis at the right point. Stick handles to the center. Now it's Max Fortier. Shot pass. Couldn't find the handle for Phelan. Looking for the deflection. Icemen hold it in. Fortier 50 feet away. Top of the circle. Throws it down low for Phelan. Off the boards for Fortier again. Fortier into the bumper for Karastalev, but he couldn't set up Propavesis. It goes out to center. Icemen regroup. Fortier over the line. Clean entry into the zone. It's Karastalev right circle. Looking for help. all the way into the corner. To the blue line, it's Propavesis. Propavesis for Karastelev, again at the right circle. Into the slot. It went off the skate of Fortier. Fortier does hold it in. Karastelev skating for the puck, trying to keep it in. Gets it free, centering feed, goes into the skates of Phelan. Seems like almost every pass that needs to be on the tape ends up right in the skates of a Jacksonville player. As Atlanta clears the zone, it will be icing as they are back to even strength. Faceoff will be in the Atlanta zone once again. But the Icemen have got to figure out how to go tape to tape on these passes. Not, call it a criticism, call it what you want, but that's what they need to have done. They're just not quite there. They're very close. You can see that they're banging on the doorstep. Just can't get it right where they want it to be.
Yeah, it's all about efficiency, and you got to make those passes. You got to make them count because you don't have a lot of time to recover, and it affects the entire flow, especially on a something in a setup like the power play. So. You're right, Arlie. It's just the passes. I mean, they're just missing. I mean, they are there. They're in position. They have the right ideas. The execution right now is just not being efficient enough here just in the early going.
Craig with a wrist shot for Jacksonville that is blocked out to center ice. Jacksonville gets it right back with Daou. Ahead for Everett Clark. Clark tries to step around the man, gets it over the blue line, but no further. As Selin takes over for the Gladiators. Flipping it up the right side. Cleared right back in by Jacksonville. He's had some pretty good territorial play in this first period. Just have not been able to pressure Marty Ouellette enough as Atlanta plays it in behind the net of Helvig. Helvig for Cederholm. Up the right wing side. Chips it ahead. Bouncing puck picked off by Atlanta. Taken back over by Jacksonville. It is Clark gaining the line, but no further. Good forecheck, however, by Mercier. Dislodges the puck. Comes behind the net for Daou. Daou off the wall for Cederholm. Cederholm had no choice but to just backhand it back into the Atlanta corner, where the Gladiators will backhand it up the wall and out, and they'll skate with the puck as well. 2-on-2, Malatesta along with Nelson, broken up by Baudouin. Baudouin behind the net for Mitch Jones, for Baudouin again, who has to glove it down to his stick. Turns to the forehand side, and he'll reverse it to the right wing for Daou. Daou softly gets it into the Atlanta zone. That gives the Icemen a chance to change up on the fly. Down to 2:05 to go in the first period. It is 2-0 Atlanta over Jacksonville. Mitch Jones collects for the Icemen. Standing behind his cage. Feeds to the right for Baudouin. Long outlet pass. Clark redirects in. Ouellette with Lynch right on top of him. Ouellette fanned on his passing attempt, but there was nobody there to take the loose puck as Atlanta ices the puck again. It's got to be their third or fourth icing in this first period. 100 seconds to go in the first. Coming up in the first intermission, we'll be joined by Alexis Daou. Chance to talk about the road trip that was just completed and the weekend especially in Fort Wayne, which is the high point so far for the Icemen this year, with 3 of a possible 4 points on the road in a place that's very difficult to win.
Very tough to play there. They get good crowds there, and there's a lot of nostalgia and a winning tradition in Fort Wayne. So you're right. It was a really good weekend. I know the team very well could have won both games, but 3 out of 4 ain't bad, as they say.
Not at all. Jacksonville with the puck up ahead for Fortier. He's got speed, going wide, and his man cuts to the forehand and scores! What a goal from Maxime Fortier! Cutting from the left to the right. Backhand to forehand. I don't know how he was able to keep his feet long enough to slide that forehand inside the short side post. 1:20 to go in the first. The Icemen on the board.
What a goal by Fortier, and an effort there. Just kept his feet moving, and he never let up. That was the key. He was able to get an edge on the defenseman, lowered his shoulder, got in and swung it wide, and then made it count there, getting the goaltender Ouellette to kind of make the move first and get outstretched. That's when he was able to slip it by. But the key there for Fortier was just keeping the feet moving, and that little dip of the shoulder allowed him to angle on in, and the Icemen get the much-needed tally, and Fortier gets that first goal, and hopefully that'll be the first of many for him.
Nikita Karastelev and Michael Propavesis will assist on that goal from Max Fortier. As you said, his first of the season here for Jacksonville. For those who follow the Icemen religiously, very reminiscent of his playoff goal against the Florida Everblades last year, which when he connected for 2 goals in a 14-second stretch to go from 1 goal down to 1 goal up, if I recall. And I think it was the second of those 2 goals. It was almost a carbon copy of that goal.
That was the first thing I thought of, Arlie, when he made that move and converted, was that goal that you're referencing.
Atlanta has the puck at center ice. Great minds think alike there, Alex.
They do.
We just have a broadcaster's mind.
We do. We called a game or two over the
Yeah,
years.
we have.
We've seen a hockey game or two.
Yeah, over 1,000 between the two of us. I mean, we know what's going on around here. Atlanta clears out of the zone. This will be icing against the Gladiators. Clock stops with 44.6 seconds remaining in the first period. And hopefully that late tally from Jacksonville will give them some momentum going into the second period. They needed something good to feel about, and man, do they have it with an incredible individual rush from Maxime Fortier. You could tell defenseman Robert Powers knew that he was dead in the water. As soon as Fortier got the puck and he caught it in stride, Powers knew that he is flat-footed and had zero opportunity to catch him. It was just a matter of whether Fortier could finish, and he did. And now it's the Icemen offensively again. Pass for Ross, who will golf it into the corner, right side of Willette. Atlanta tries to clear at the blue line. Jones holds it in and backhands into the corner once more. Down to 27 seconds to go in the period. Clark tries to pry it loose along the wall. Atlanta looks to clear. Can't do it yet, but on a second attempt, they will skate out to center ice. In control for the Gladiators is Eric Nelly. Clears it in with 13 seconds to go in the period. Jacksonville gets it back out. Maybe one final rush. Three-man attack with 8 seconds to go. It is Clark looking for Ross behind the net. Tries to center in front. It is loose briefly. Comes to Clark. Is there enough time? Turnaround shot goes wide. It would have counted. Didn't miss by much. So we'll head into the locker room with the Icemen trailing 2-1. Atlanta, the early lead, just 2:06 into the game on a goal from Nick Bly. They extended the lead to 2-0 on Samuel Asellin's goal, his second of the season. But the Icemen, with a tremendous rush from the red line all the way in from Max Fortier, cuts from backhand to forehand and slips the forehand inside the short side post for Fortier, his first goal of the season. Nikita Karasilev and Michael Propavesis assisting at 18:40 of the first period. Alex, quick recap of that first period as the shots on goal show 10-9 in favor of the Gladiators. Again, Icemen trailing on the board. You can tell that they had the edge in possession, at least after that first goal. Yeah. And it just really comes down to completing the play. If you can complete the play and find a way to make that final pass, make that finish on the shot, they're actually playing much better than you might think. They're just one play short of finishing these sequences.
They really are. And again, we talked about it. You got to be efficient with everything that you're doing, the passing, the plays, and when you do, it's going to open up so many doors for this team, because we know they have elite skill up front, and if those guys can get in sync there, it could be scary what they could do from an offensive production standpoint. So you're right, the efficiency is going to be key, finishing off those plays as well. And really, you look at this game, I mean, it's a 2-1 game. I mean, the first goal, again, a goal is a goal. It counts either way, no matter how you get it in, but it was a shot. It was kind of ricocheted off the board. Something that they really did wrong. It's just one of those unfortunate bounces that Atlanta took advantage of on that design play to shoot it wide. And when you look at really in the games where the Icemen have lost games, and with the exception of last night, they were getting a ton of odd man rushes, but the goals they were surrendering, a lot of tip shots, a lot of screen shots and things of that nature, some funny bounces. So it's not so much that the team is doing wrong. They're blowing assignments. Aside last night, that, I keep referring to that because last night was just a night you want to forget about. But the other games prior to that, it's really been, they've been playing well. They're doing the right things. Just, some good goals being scored by the opponents that you really can't fault the goaltenders on. A lot of tip shots. So, again, the team, despite where they're at right now here in the early part of the season, they've competed, they've played well a lot of the time.
Well, we'll see if the confidence from that last goal carries over into the second period. Oftentimes it does. Sometimes you just need that one little lift. They may have had that on that goal from Max Fortier late in the first period. We will take a break and return. When we come back, I'll be joined by right wing Alexei Daou. Stick around. It is 2-1 Atlanta after one period. You are listening to Jacksonville Icemen Hockey on Mixlr.
Tonight's game is brought to you by the ECHL, celebrating its 32nd season of affordable family entertainment. The ECHL would like to recognize the following league sponsors: AMI Graphics, official signage provider; A&R Sports, official hockey accessory supplier; AthleticNet, official jersey supplier; Baron Rings, official championship ring supplier; BFL Canada Risk and Insurance and Sutton Special Risk, sponsors of the 2020 ECHL Hall of Fame induction ceremony. Ephesus Lighting, the preferred lighting partner of the ECHL. The Fairley Group, official commercial insurance provider. Geico, official auto insurance of the ECHL. Handbid, the official mobile auction app. Honig's, the official partner of the ECHL officiating team. Howie's Hockey Tape, official hockey tape and lace provider. In Glasgow, official puck provider. The Migrate Group, your source for game-worn jerseys. Ticket Galaxy, official ticket resale partner. And Warrior, official on-ice equipment provider of the ECHL. Catch all the live ECHL action in high definition by logging on to ECHL.tv.
Ever wish we could get a new house?
Yes, and Community First is freezing mortgage rates for up to 75 days, and they pay closing costs.
Ever wish we didn't hire your cousin to fix our leaky roof?
Just keep mopping.
Ready for a new home? The home team at Community First can help by freezing mortgage rates for up to 75 days and paying your closing costs. Learn more at communityfirstfl.org. Community First, love where you bank. Equal housing lender.
Hey fans, be sure to check out ECHL.tv, the live streaming destination for the 2018-19 season. Catch all the latest live action from across the premier AA Hockey League, including multi-game high-definition view and playback functionality on both your PC, mobile, and OTT devices. Visit ECHL.tv today to get into the game and never miss the action.
A cool change is in the air, and professional hockey is back in Jax. The Jacksonville Icemen are scoring goals and thrilling fans all season long. Tickets start at just $10 for an incredible game day experience. Come on out to Veterans Memorial Arena, feel the chill of winter, and watch the puck drop. The legacy begins now. JaxIceman.com.
NHL players have amazing talent, and some of the very best developed right here in the ECHL.
Beagles in, he scores!
Now, follow all your favorite ECHL alumni every night on NHL Network's primetime hockey show, NHL Tonight.
Both teams recognize how big this matchup is.
Fire save by Dubik, rebound! Goosebump stuff.
NHL Tonight, every night 6 Eastern on NHL Network.
If you feel that passion is just the start, if you think practice is never over, if you believe speed limits are just for highways, and Saturday mornings aren't made for cartoons, if you try, fail, learn, laugh, repeat, compete, respect, and unite, then you belong on our team. Join now at team.ccmhockey.com.
What is your role in the fight against cancer? The answer could be as simple as driving your car. For many cancer patients, getting to and from treatment is one of their toughest challenges. The American Cancer Society needs volunteer drivers to help provide transportation for people in your community. Through the gift of a lift in your car, you can help patients take one more step in the road to recovery. Get in the driver's seat in the fight against cancer. To find out more, call your American Cancer Society at 1-800-227-2345 or visit cancer.org.
Sign up for ECHL TV and watch every ECHL game live online. Follow your favorite teams at home and on the road. With live streaming available on your PC, iPad, and iPhone, you'll never be too far away from the action. Never miss a big goal. Relive your favorite ECHL moments in the video archives. And catch every game from around the league live. If ECHL hockey is on, it's on ECHL.tv.
Ever wish we didn't have so many bank fees? Ouch!
We should get a free checking account at Community First. They even give you a cash bonus. Ouch!
Ever wish we had just bought a jar of honey instead of harvesting it?
Ow! Bad bee!
Have you heard the buzz? Community First is giving up to $200 cash bonuses when you open a free checking account with direct deposit. Learn more at communityfirstfl.org. Community First. Love where you bank. NCUA insured.
We're between periods with the Jacksonville Icemen against the Atlanta Gladiators. Arlie Johnson joined by Alexi Daou. Alexi, you have just come off a 4-game road trip. Thought it was looking good going into last night's finale. First period also looking good. Jump out to a 1-0 lead. Then the hinges came off. Where did it go wrong after that first period last night to Orlando?
I think we tried to complicate ourselves a little bit too much. We just have to stick to our game, playing simple. Use our assets like we're a fast team, and we have to bring more pucks on net also.
I think when you get to play your game, and you mentioned your speed, I think the speed and depth of the forward line really seems to be clicking, and that absolutely showed in that weekend at Fort Wayne, getting 3 of a possible 4 points.
Yeah, I think we're slowly starting to build chemistry together, with all of our forwards. Like you said, we're all fast, so we can beat their defensemen because we use our speed. So if we got to keep building on that, and we're going to create more chances offensively.
Right now, the team sits at 1-2-2 on the year. Only 1 win out of 5 doesn't necessarily sound so good, but truthfully, I think you guys feel like you have not played your best, and with 1 win here, you're right back to 500, and it's like you just kind of get on level footing again.
No, like you said, we didn't play our best so far this season, and I think we really want to have a good performance tonight. And like I said, we spoke about it before the game, just playing simple and just following the system. I think it's going to be a huge factor for tonight.
Has that been the message from Coach Christie, is just to play the system, or does he want a little more out of it? Is there anything he's really keying on for tonight's game?
I think it's really playing north-south hockey, keeping it simple. Because when you try to do too much, that's when you don't get rewarded, and they have chances on our side. So I think it's really simple, sticking to the game plan, and I think it's going to help us tonight.
It's also the first home game you've had in over 2.5 weeks, since opening night, in fact. Talk about the return home and just what kind of lift it gives you as a team, knowing that in the locker room you get the opportunity to step back on this ice, and finally, for the first time in a long time, you've got people that are going to be supporting you.
I think it's really fun to be back home. We have such an amazing crowd here. So for the guys, I think it's just extra energy for us. So it's going to be big tonight for us.
All right, Alexei, we wish you the best tonight. Talk to you soon.
Awesome. Thank you.
All right, thank you. There's Alexei Daou with us between periods. We'll come back in just a moment. This is Jacksonville Icemen Hockey on Mixlr.
Tonight's game is brought to you by the ECHL, celebrating its 32nd season of affordable family entertainment. The ECHL would like to recognize the following league sponsors: AMI Graphics, official signage provider; A&R Sports, official hockey accessory supplier; AthleticNet, official jersey supplier; Baron Rings, official championship ring supplier; BFL Canada Risk and Insurance and Sutton Special Risk, sponsors of the 2020 ECHL Hall of Fame induction ceremony; Ephesus Lighting, the preferred lighting partner of the ECHL; the Fairley Group, official commercial insurance provider; Geico, official auto insurance of the ECHL; Handbid, the official mobile auction app; Honig's, the official partner of the ECHL officiating team; Howley's Hockey Tape, official hockey tape and lace provider; in Glasgow, official puck provider; the Migray Group, your source for game-worn jerseys; Ticket Galaxy, official ticket resale partner; and Warrior, official on-ice equipment provider of the ECHL. Catch all the live ECHL action in high definition by logging on to ECHL.tv.
Ever wish we could get a new house?
Yes, and Community First is freezing mortgage rates for up to 75 days, and they pay closing costs.
Ever wish we didn't hire your cousin to fix our leaky roof?
Just keep mopping.
Ready for a new home? The home team at Community First can help by freezing mortgage rates for up to 75 days and paying your closing costs. Learn more at communityfirstfl.org. Community First, love where you bank. Equal housing lender.
Hey fans, be sure to check out ECHL.tv, the live streaming destination for the 2018-19 season. Catch all the latest live action from across the premier AA Hockey League, including multi-game high-definition view and playback functionality on both your PC, mobile, and OTT devices. Visit ECHL.tv today to get into the game and never miss the action.
A cool change is in the air, and professional hockey is back in Jax. The Jacksonville Icemen are scoring goals and thrilling fans all season long. Tickets start at just $10 for an incredible game day experience. Come on out to Veterans Memorial Arena, feel the chill of winter, and watch the puck drop. The legacy begins now. JaxIceman.com.
NHL players have amazing talent, and some of the very best developed right here in the ECHL.
Beagles in, he scores!
Now, Follow all your favorite ECHL alumni every night on NHL Network's primetime hockey show, NHL Tonight.
Both teams recognize how big this matchup is.
Fire save by Newman. Rebound! Goosebump stuff.
NHL Tonight, every night 6 Eastern on NHL Network.
If you feel that passion is just the start, if you think practice is never over, if you believe speed limits are just for highways, and Saturday mornings aren't made for cartoons. If you try, fail, learn, laugh, repeat, compete, respect, and unite, then you belong on our team. Join now at team.ccmhockey.com.
What is your role in the fight against cancer? The answer could be as simple as driving your car. For many cancer patients, getting to and from treatment is one of their toughest challenges. The American Cancer Society needs volunteer drivers to help provide transportation for people in your community. Through the gift of a lift in your car, you can help patients take one more step in the road to recovery. Get in the driver's seat in the fight against cancer. To find out more, call your American Cancer Society at 1-800-227-2345 or visit cancer.org.
Sign up for ECHL TV and watch every ECHL game live online. Follow your favorite teams at home and on the road. With live streaming available on your PC, iPad, and iPhone, you'll never be too far away from the action. Never miss a big goal. Relive your favorite ECHL moments in the video archives. And catch every game from around the league live. If ECHL hockey is on, it's on ECHL.TV.
Ever wish we didn't have so many bank fees? Ouch!
We should get a free checking account at Community First. They even give you a cash bonus. Ouch!
Ever wish we had just bought a jar of honey instead of harvesting it?
Ow! Bad bee!
Have you heard the buzz? Community First is giving up to $200 cash bonuses when you open a free checking account with direct deposit. Learn more at communityfirstfl.org. Community First. Love where you bank. NCUA insured.
We are back at the VyStar Veterans Memorial Arena. The officials back out onto the ice, but neither team is just yet. Along with Alex Reed, Arlie Johnson with you here on JacksIcemen.com and on Mixlr, of course. Not a heavy slate around the league this evening. This is one of only 5 games around the league, but 4 of them involve a South Division team. The other 3 games that involve South Division teams are all interdivisional matchups, with 2 teams from 2 different divisions facing one another. Let's give you some scores right now. First one, it jumps off the page. What a marquee matchup. The Florida Everblades at the Cincinnati Cyclones. Though I think those are the 2 best records in the ECHL last year, at least in the regular season. Cincinnati actually took the Brabham Cup, if I believe is that what it's called? Brabham Cup?
Yeah, the Brabham Cup, the regular season.
Cincinnati leading 2-0. Yeah, so it's 7 minutes to go in the first period, so they're looking to do the Icemen and everybody else in the South Division a favor. But that is a fantastic matchup, definitely a marquee regular season matchup, Florida at Cincinnati. Elsewhere, the Norfolk Admirals are hosting the Reading Royals tonight. They are scoreless late in the first period. They have not dropped the puck yet from Tulsa, Oklahoma, where the Greenville Swamp Rabbits are visiting Tulsa. They've got quite a week, if I recall. They've got a couple of games in Tulsa and a quick turnaround to come back to home for the game against the Icemen on Saturday. And hopefully Jacksonville kind of catches them with a little road-weary legs.
Well, that's the plan. You're right. It's always good to have a team going out west, having to travel and fly out. It just takes a little bit out of it, as we learned coming back from Fort Wayne. So, it's something that the Icemen hopefully will be able to take advantage of on a quick turnaround for Greenville coming back home.
One other game that has already ended from today, that was in Brampton, Ontario. The Adirondack Thunder coming away with a 2-0 shutout victory on the road today at Brampton. Adirondack now 4-2-0-1 on the season. Brampton at 4-3. Both teams are now back out onto the ice. Coming up in the second intermission, we'll go through the standings for you. I know it is early, but I will always look at the standings and how any individual game will impact them, whether it's game 5 or it's game 6 as is the case tonight, or whether it's game 70 down on the road going into April. This is a huge game for both of these teams, Alex. I mean, it's only October. I don't want to say huge. Maybe that's a little too dramatic.
Yeah,
but a victory, whoever wins this game, has the opportunity to leapfrog from a tie for last immediately into 4th place.
Right.
In a 7-team division.
I was just looking at that.
And for, not to mention a little bit of momentum, you feel good about things. You want your name in the middle of the standings as opposed to the bottom of the standings. So, October, yes, I get it. It's not huge, but I mean, it certainly would feel awful nice to be able to leapfrog 3 different teams in the matter of 1 game.
Oh, absolutely, and especially going head-to-head against a divisional foe. Those are the important games you want to win. And looking at the Iceman schedule, big chunk of their schedules it was in the division this year. They don't have a lot of division games, at least on the road. They got some teams coming in, some different teams, but you're right. It's going to be tight in the South. I think every team in the South Division is much improved this year, and it's going to make quite a fight. And again, it's the same format. Top 4 teams will make the playoffs. Dare I say that word here in October?
Always thinking about it, always. We have a quick stoppage as we have resumed play, or started play. Second period is now underway. 2-1 Atlanta. Whistle blows just 8 seconds into this period. And we're going to bring the face-off into the Atlanta end to the left side of Martin Ouellet. The Icemen will start with Everett Clark, just coming back after a 4-game absence for injury. Nikita Karastolev is in the slot. He's got Max Fortier with him. Icemen win the draw. They do a good job to keep it in as well. Craig from the left circle, wrister, and a glove save by Ouellet. He had a clear path to see that one. Jacksonville tried to get in front for a screen, but the moving screen was moving a little too quick.
Yeah, it was there, and it kind of opened up things for Ouellet to get eyes on that puck. That shot that got hurled in there. So no screen there. He saw it all the way in, and as you said, that screen kind of slid just a little bit too far there, moved on, and ended up right in the glove there. Ouellet saw it all the way in.
Very quick line change for the Icemen, just 14 seconds into this period. They're going to have to drop the puck again. Garrett Ross with Bobby Lynch and Captain Emerson Clark, who had quite the season debut for the home opener. Emerson Clark had a pair of goals in that game, which ultimately resulted in a 4-3 overtime defeat to the Greenville Swamp Rabbits. But Emerson pounded home the first goal of the season that night on a rebound and had a go-ahead goal in the 3rd period as well. Puck is down. Jacksonville controls. Jones plays it behind the net for Clark. Clark skates to the far half wall. Tries to knock it away from Flagel. It is stolen by Flagel and cleared out to center. Gladiators have it in their own end now. Powers for Flagel. Right wing side, tries to gain center ice. Can't do it. Ross breaks it up. Gladiators get it back, and they've got numbers possibly. Nesbitt with a drop pass for Hanoun. That shot is blocked by Clark. Rebound and a great save. Clark is hurt, and there's your whistle. Emerson Clark made a phenomenal block on that initial shot from Dante Hanoun. Slow to get up. Not sure where it caught him. Think it caught him in the stomach. Maybe not the wind knocked out of him possibly, which would be best case scenario. He's up on his feet. Athletic trainer Scooter McClay is out there running with Emerson right now.
Just sacrificing the body there, Clark, getting in front of that shot, and he's, it does not feel good. And the guys that block the shots, I mean, they're tough as nails, and it takes a lot of guts to do that there. And of course, Clark seems to shake it off pretty quickly, but boy, that initial sting, boy, I've taken a few of those in rec league over the years.
And remember that block. That was a huge block as Helvig makes one save. Rebound poked wide by Nelly. Phelan did a good job to get his stick in the way of that shot as well. And the Icemen with a 4-man rush in the other direction. It's Phelan over the blue line looking for Shaw. The defenseman pinches in. Behind the net, Atlanta steals. Now they'll skate and move the other direction. Flip pass knocked out of midair by Hayden Shaw. Excellent hand-eye coordination to play it up the wall. Not out yet. Shaw tries to kick it out of the zone. Can't do it. Helvig gloves it down for Propavesis as the Gladiators get a line change on the fly. Nelly also very slow to get up for Atlanta. I think he took a hit off the play. It's Propavesis, wing to wing. Looking for Fortier. Couldn't find the handle. Mercier drives it into the zone instead. And the Icemen, now they will be the ones changing up. 18-19 to go in the second period. It's 2-1 Atlanta. Gladiators have possession. It's Mesner to the right side for Soloviev. A steal from Jacksonville. Fortier can't work it into the zone. Soloviev over the blue line. turns at the corner, picked off there, and a penalty coming. This is on Jacksonville.
Yes.
High sticking is the call, and a power play for the Gladiators. They're actually looking to see if Soloviev got any blood on his face. I don't think he did. Everett Clark is protesting. It is going to be just 2 minutes, just the 2-minute minor here.
Well, Atlanta 1 for 1 here tonight to Arley, and they'll get their second opportunity right now. Of course, they did score off that little skip off the boards there, that designed bank off the dasher there that led to the goal right off the follow-up there. And Iceman penalty kill, as you mentioned, number 1 in the league last year. Arley started as high as number 2 early in the year, but back-to-back games, last game in Fort Wayne and last night's game, they surrendered 2 power play goals against and already won tonight.
So the Icemen looking for a kill here to stay within striking distance. Slap shot from Atlanta, deflected, score. The goal, I believe, is going to go to Joel Messner. It was definitely deflected in front, but I think it went off an Iceman stick. Alex, that's going to be about the 3rd time that you'll mention this, about how goals have been scored against for Jacksonville, that it's just crazy bounces going off sticks, going off skates. That one deflected up high by Lang. It went right off of his stick.
It's simply incredible. And again, I mean, the unit there, the penalty kill was in position. Everything was being right there. Unfortunately, you just can't control those bounces. And, you know, I know goaltenders take a lot of heat, but those deflected opportunities, the quick, sharp redirects, those are just almost impossible to stop most of the time. And, again, that's how a lot of the goals are being scored against the Icemen. And, unfortunately for them, they're just going to have to withstand it. But, again, another game. It's 3 in a row now, Arley, that this penalty kill unit, which was so stingy early in the year, has now surrendered 2 goals against on the power play.
Jacksonville trails 3-1. The Icemen do have the puck in the offensive zone. It's Shaw for Lynch, bumped off the play by Atlanta. And Malatesta starts a 3-man rush over the blue line to the right for Collins. Skates into the corner with the puck. Bumped into the wall by Jacksonville. Propavesis tries to get the puck loose. Ross helping out there as well. Malatesta for Atlanta is involved. Comes up high for Emerson Clark, who is okay. High toss into the Atlanta zone. Mesner beats Lynch to the puck and skates out to center ice. It is Mesner's goal, by the way, as his slap shot, and he does have a bomb, I will add, but his slap shot was deflected along the way off a Jacksonville stick. Helvig had 0 chance on that deflection. As we work the puck behind the Jacksonville net. Tied up there. Nobody can get the handle to it yet. Finally comes loose for the Icemen. It is Ross. Left to right pass for Graham Craig, the big defenseman. Backhands in. Phelan chases after it. Willett will try and beat him to it, and he just barely does. Gladiators play it up the left side. Looking to go up ahead for Aselin, who's a fine-looking player for Atlanta. Aselin into the high slot on his backhand. Gets the shot away. Helvig the save. Rebound played behind the net by Cederholm. Comes loose. Cederholm again with it. Looking to the right side for Daou. Daou takes a hit, cannot clear it out yet, but it's backhanded away by the Icemen over the blue line. Stander drives it around the wall. It's going to come all the way to center ice. Daou has it again for Mercier, for Daou again. Right at the Jacksonville bench. Tied up there along the far side board. Cederholm digs it free for the Icemen. Lets it go for Graham Craig. Craig backhands it up the wall. Looking for Daou. Daou on a bouncing puck. Trying to go wide on Powers. Couldn't do it. That puck was just not cooperating at all. But the Icemen do keep it in the zone. Now we have a whistle. What's the call? Hand pass against Jacksonville. As Atlanta tried to clear, I guess Daou got a piece of it with his hand as it trickled towards the point. So the clock stops with 15:29 to go in the second period. We talked about, as we left the first period, we talked about hopefully Jacksonville gaining some momentum, and that did not happen. So now they need to find another way to regain the momentum. Not so easy to do, though.
Yeah, momentum's a tough thing to maintain when you got it. It's tough to get it back when you've lost it. So it's something you got to take seriously when you've got the momentum. You need to keep pedal to the metal and try to use it to your advantage. And like I say, because it is very difficult to get back. And again, the Icemen find themselves in that same position they did late in the first. They're down by a pair.
What a great touch pass from Fortier to Clark. Over the blue line, it's Karastalev. Cuts into the slot to the right for Fortier. Couldn't get the handle to it. Wrist shot on net. A glove save by Willett. That was off the stick of Jones. And the draw comes to the Atlanta left of their netminder. Great cut there from Nikita Karastalev. Wonder if he might have been better served taking the shot from the high slot.
Yeah, I was just going to say that there. And again, he had a couple options there to dish it out, set up the one-timer, or just take the shot. He's such a great shooter. And you get in a slot like that and you've got a chance to take it, I think coaches 9 times out of 10 will tell you to shoot it.
Icemen win the draw. Jones has no alternative but to just throw it behind the net, however. Mesner tries to clear. Jones holds it in and chips it into the corner. Clark is in there, along with Fortier. Couldn't tell the numbers there for a split second. Atlanta does clear it away. Helvig makes a save, and it goes off of his blocker high off the protective netting behind him. Bringing the draw into the Jacksonville zone. Shots on goal this period, 4-1 in favor of Atlanta. And they do have the one goal. Again, a power play goal there. 2 for 2 on the power play. And the next goal, critical. Do not want to fall behind by 3. This is a team that's confidence is kind of teetering a little bit. You want to make sure you stay in it and make sure you realize that you are very much in this game, especially here at home. Puck is down. Jacksonville plays it up the near side. Clark cross ice for Shaw. Shaw off the boards trying to set up Lynch too far in front of him, and it will be icing. Bobby Lynch on the season, still looking for his first goal. 1 assist for the big 6'1" winger, who has played in every game so far for Jacksonville. Solid looking player for the Icemen, but looking for some production to go with that solid play. It's Ross against Logan Nelson on the draw. Save made by Helvig. Rebound goes over the net. Off the stick of Nogard. Nogard into the corner. Ross skates away from trouble. Backhand flip. Can he find Clark? Not quite. It was gloved out of midair by Mesner. It was a high level of difficulty on that pass attempt from Ross. Nearly found his target in Clark. Icing will be called here against Atlanta. 14:06 to go in the second. The Icemen trailing 3-1. Chase Lang on the draw for Jacksonville against Logan Nelson. Lang has James Phelan and Alexi Daou flanking him. And Lang wins the draw cleanly. It's Craig for Phelan. Right wing circle. He's on his backhand. Spins away from a man. Got hit down on the play. Daou holds it in for Jacksonville. Had his stick lifted, but because of a penalty. It was actually chopped down by Atlanta, and it will be a slashing call against the Gladiators and a power play for the Icemen when we come back. Trailing 3-1, but the Icemen on the man advantage when we return. You are listening to Jacksonville Icemen Hockey.
Ever wish we could get a new house?
Yes, and Community First is freezing mortgage rates for up to 75 days, and they pay closing costs.
Ever wish we didn't hire your cousin to fix our leaky roof?
Just keep mopping.
Ready for a new home? The home team at Community First can help by freezing mortgage rates for up to 75 days and paying your closing costs. Learn more at communityfirstfl.org. Community First, love where you bank. Equal housing lender.
Hey fans, be sure to check out ECHL.TV, the live streaming destination for the 2018-19 season. Catch all the latest live action from across the premier AA Hockey League, including multi-game high-definition view and playback functionality on both your PC, mobile, and OTT devices. Visit ECHL.TV today to get into the game and never miss the action.
A cool
Power play for the Icemen. They're second. They are 0 for 1. We just had a marriage proposal here. Congratulations, Aaron and unknown male.
Yeah, we did. We both missed the first name on there, but yeah, big congratulations to the couple there. They're behind the bench area there, directly across from us, actually.
Oh, very nice. Jacksonville on the power play, off the crossbar from Baudouin on a wrister and a screen. Rebound comes off the bar, right in front, slap shot. Oh, what a save by Ouellette. How did he get it with the right toe? Off the stick of Alexi Daou. Jacksonville holds the zone. It's Daou for Clark. Center point, Baudouin. 50 feet away, back for Clark, top of the left circle. Tries for the pass. It is blocked, held in by Baudouin. Spinning puck, but he holds it in. Clark for Baudouin again. Behind the net for Lang. Lang to his forehand. Flip pass for Daou. Daou is double teamed. Tries to work it free for Clark, but it is stolen and cleared by Atlanta. The Icemen, just every bounce that seems to be going against them at this point, as the Icemen have it behind their own net. It is Garrett Ross, stick handling away from a forechecker. To the right, it's Phelan, over the blue line, easily gaining the zone. Phelan, cross ice for Emerson Clark. Flip pass for Propavesis. Right circle for Ross. Setting up with 51 seconds to go on the power play. Clark, seam pass, Ross, slap shot, deflects in front, it is loose. Where's it gonna go? Still loose, finally. The whistle blows, the puck was loose, but the whistle blew. A mad mass of humanity right at the top of the crease. But we will have a whistle, and I believe a penalty on Jacksonville. Roughing against Emerson Clark, who is furious with the call. But that will do it for the power play.
Yeah, I think it's a touchy call there. Clark's just trying to wedge the puck free and jam it home there. And the puck, as we saw, was loose even after the whistle. So he was obviously going there hard, probably plugging away, trying to maybe get a little aggressive there. But again, he's just trying to knock it loose, knock it in. I don't know. I'd have to see that one again there and maybe a little bit more detail. But does negate the majority of the rest of the power play, which was looking pretty good there, Arlie, with the puck movement.
No doubt it was. Instead, 4-on-4 play for Jacksonville now. The Gladiators will have a power play for 1:16 after the 44 seconds worth of 4-on-4 play. It's a lot of fours. Atlanta wins the faceoff. It is Malatesta playing it down low. Propavesis deflects it up high. Shaw going to the right side for Fortier with speed again, going wide on Malatesta. Goes to the backhand. Couldn't get the shot away. Malatesta stuck with him and blocked that shot. But man, the moves from Max Fortier, incredible with his speed combining it. Atlanta plays it into the Jacksonville end. They'll have a power play in 14 more seconds as Propavesis steals it away. Dropping it down low, continues with it. Now leaves it for Hayden Shaw for the Icemen. Outlet pass for Everett Clark. He's got Fortier cutting to net. Can he get the pass to him? No. Clark gets it back, however. Looking for a trailer. Slap shot from Craig, and a save is made. Rebound for Fortier, and another save by Willett as the Gladiators are now on the power play. Atlanta playing it up the left side. Bly with a touch pass. Deflects right back to him. Over the blue line is Nesbitt for the Gladiators. Into the slot for Bly. Looking for Hanoun. Backhander just goes wide. Comes behind the net. Hanoun gets it back. Playing it behind the net. Nelly for Nesbitt to the blue line. Nesbitt gets it back at the top of the right circle. Nesbitt on his backhand, stick handling behind the net, gets a centering feed in front. Nelly taken down, no call. The Icemen get the puck, trying to clear. They cannot do it. Held in at the blue line by Atlanta's Chris Forney. Forney to the left circle, slap shot turned aside by Helvig off the stick of Bly. 25 seconds to go on the power play for the Gladiators. Fortier trying to golf it out of the zone. Craig at the blue line. Can they clear it out? Finally, they do get it away. Mercier will take it now the length of the ice. Just 9 seconds to go on this power play for the Gladiators. It is Nick Bly up the left side for Forney. Forney playing it in behind the net of Helvig. Helvig for Jones, flips it high into the air. For looking for Lynch, touch pass to Clark. They're going to say it is not a hand pass. I'm surprised as the puck deflects to Willett. And Willett now takes exception to Clark jamming away at Willett's glove after he had already handled it and frozen it. Emerson Clark just still trying to spark something under the Icemen. Created a penalty last time, and it was close that time too, but he wants to continue to play on the edge. He doesn't want to change how he plays.
And he shouldn't. I mean, he's an edgy player, but obviously you got to sometimes try to be a little smart in certain situations. But you're right. You're down again by 2 goals here. Just trying to provide that spark there and get anything right now to get Atlanta off their game. And he's lobbying right now with the official about what's been taking place here. But he did get a little roughed up there at the whistle. And from what I saw him get a penalty for a second ago, And what happened to him just a minute ago was probably just about as rough, if not a little smidge worse there. So, again, they decided to let it slide, and that's all right. But as long as it stays that way through the remainder of the contest.
Exactly. Stay consistent. As we resume play, Atlanta clears the puck into the Jacksonville zone. Asselin behind the net for Martian. Centering feed. Nobody home. The Icemen will stick handle it away. It is a drop past Clark for Ross. Back for Clark. That's Emerson Clark. Looking for Ross again into the left wing corner. Playing it behind the net. Nobody there for the Icemen. Martian will play it out to the neutral zone. Baudouin for Jacksonville. Off the boards. Blocked by Atlanta. They'll stick handle with the puck over the blue line onside. No, they'll say offside. Stoppage in play. Too many men? I didn't see it being offside. I wonder if it's too many men. It appeared that an Atlanta player was going towards the bench and was on the bench, which would have made it onside. It's just an offside play. There is no penalty here. Just not sure why it was offside. Maybe I just didn't see something that actually happened. That does happen. Jacksonville collects the puck. It's Propavesis drifting back into his own end. D to D for Shaw. Then it's Mercier. Hit off the play. Onside as Jacksonville into the zone. Phelan loses the handle. Here come the Gladiators with Nelson. Propavesis defending. Nelson on the backhand. Shot, save, rebound over the net. And it ends up behind the cage. Propavesis trying to get his stick free. Atlanta gets it back. It's Malatesta. Sharp angle shot and the save is made. Rebound into the crease. Right in the top of the crease, and Atlanta couldn't pull it away. The Icemen can't clear it yet either. Powers behind the net. Shaw takes the body on a man. It comes loose as Mercier took Malatesta down with a hit up high. No call there as the Icemen skate away with the puck. Looking for Propavesis off the boards. Nobody home. Propavesis couldn't handle it. Atlanta player falls down, but he gets right back up and plays it into the Jacksonville end. 8:46 to go in the second period. It's Atlanta 3, Jacksonville 1 for the Icemen. Centering feed. Looking to get it to Fortier, but he couldn't get it on his tape. And the Gladiators play it out to center. Fortier was right on the doorstep as well. Craig for Karastolev. Karastolev couldn't get a piece of it, and icing will be called against Jacksonville with 8.5 minutes to go in this second period. The Icemen still down by 2. After this game for Jacksonville, back to the road again for the Icemen. Alex, you've got quite the start to your season with all these road games.
Yeah, it's a lot of road games early in the season, Arlie. There's no doubt. And we were talking about it, 20, I believe, 19 or 20 of the 36 home games are in February and March, which means you're going to be traveling a lot early in the year.
Yeah, might as well get rid of him now, but the Icemen need to have a little momentum, and here comes Everett Clark on the backhand, but he can't get a shot away. Taken down, but no call there either. Another pass looking for Karastolev, which needed to be on his forehand, but was on his backhand. The Icemen right back in the zone. Fortier with a wrist shot. That's deflected behind the net. It goes to Stander off the boards. Stander for Hanoun. Hanoun softly forehands in. Helvig takes it into the corner. The Icemen get it from there. It is Craig up the left wing for Fortier. Foot race for the puck. Atlanta's going to win it, icing Jacksonville. Next game for the Icemen, Saturday evening, a rare Friday night off as we move into the month of November. Back in Greenville, where the Icemen had a game that they would rather forget, their first road game of the season, a 6-1 loss to the Swamp Rabbits that night. Other games on this road trip at Orlando, at Florida, before finally returning home. Next home game against this same team, the Atlanta Gladiators, on the 14th and 15th. In fact, 3 games in a row at home against the Atlanta Gladiators, starting tonight for the Icemen.
Yeah, that game on the 14th is the 10:30 a.m. game, the school day game.
Asselin gets a shot away from the high slot that goes over the crossbar. Comes off the glass for the Gladiators. Rister in a screen. It's deflected into the opposite wing. Karastolev picks it up, the big winger, with an outlet pass for Ross. Onside as Ross has it on his backhand. Slides it for Lynch, top of the right circle. Goes to outside for Clark. Couldn't get the redirection on net, but they hold it in the zone. It's Baudouin. He'll play it softly behind the net. Emerson Clark with a big hit on Mesner as the Gladiators try to clear, and they do. Martian will forehand it in, cross corner. Baudouin first on the puck, trying to catch Atlanta in a line change. Long lead pass offside is Emerson Clark.
Yeah, close play there, and if he catches it in an onside fashion, he had a couple guys rushing off the bench in the change that he could have sent a little outlet pass to, and that could have set up a chance there in a scoring opportunity for Jacksonville.
Icemen getting outshot 18-13 in this period. 8 for Atlanta, only 4 for Jacksonville. So not enough pressure on the Atlanta net in this second period, especially when trailing. Their second period has been their best period this season, but tonight, looking for a little more. Perhaps the third period will be the one that really makes things happen tonight. But a goal right now would certainly be helpful. Jacksonville tries to clear up, but it goes off a leg right into the slot for Atlanta. Shot on goal, save made by Helvig. Rebound cleared out of the crease by Propavesis. Atlanta keeps it in, wrist shot, again in a screen, and Helvig is able to cover it up without his goaltender's stick. And we've got sticks up high after the whistle. Jeremy Helvig coming up large there for the Icemen, as a clearing attempt from Jacksonville went off a leg right into the slot. Couldn't have worked out any worse for Jacksonville, but Helvig bails him out.
Yeah, he did, and a great job by Propavesis to get the loose puck after he made the save. It was kind of sitting there ripe for the picking in the blue paint, but he got it out of there, out of harm's way. They get another chance from a tough angle. Helvig able to map that one out. And you're right, bailing him out was the big situation right there, because that was kind of a scary moment here. Again, the Icemen probably, as we're winding down here in the latter portion of the second, they need to get that next goal in this game.
Centering feed from Atlanta. Good defensive read from Graham Craig. Good positioning as he steals it easily and sends the Icemen on their way offensively. Lang will snap the puck into the zone. Willette plays it off the boards. He'll play it himself around the glass, but not out. Cedarholm holds the zone. For Lang, off the wall for Fortier, who has some space. Karastalev with a one-time attempt. Goes off the heel of his stick. Great setup there from Fortier, but Atlanta has the puck. They'll play it off the boards and safely out to center. Craig with it there over the blue line. They're going to say that is offside. Chase Lang was still in the zone as Craig tried to forehand it in. 5:49 to go in the second period. Jacksonville trails 3-1. This is Jacksonville Icemen hockey.
If you feel that passion is just a start, if you think practice is never over, if you believe speed limits are just for highways, and Saturday mornings aren't made for cartoons. If you try, fail, learn, laugh, repeat, compete, respect, and unite, then you belong on our team. Join now at team.ccmhockey.com.
What is your role in the fight against cancer? The answer could be as simple as driving your car. For many cancer patients, getting to and from treatment is one of their toughest challenges. The American Cancer Society needs volunteer drivers to help provide transportation for people in your community. Through the gift of a lift in your car, you can help patients take one more step in the road to recovery. Get in the driver's seat in the fight against cancer. To find out more, call your American Cancer Society at 1-800-227-2345 or visit cancer.org.
Arlie Johnson with Alex Reed tonight. You're listening to Jacksonville Icemen hockey on Mixler and JacksonvilleIcemen.com. It's a 3-1 game. The Atlanta Gladiators have the lead over the Icemen. Jacksonville looking for a comeback victory. Atlanta has possession as we return to play. They'll clear into the zone. Helvig will play it himself around the wall. Deflects up high for Clark. Then for Ross, 3-on-2 if they hustle. Ross over the blue line for Clark, but it's too far in front of him, so the 3-on-2 never develops. The Icemen do still have the puck, however. Lynch was open for a moment. We have a penalty behind the play. It's going to be on Atlanta for interference. And Mesner jawing away at Clark as Mesner heads to the box. So a power play here for Jacksonville. Going back to that play before the whistle was blown, Lynch was open in prime scoring position. Ross just didn't see him quite in time. He saw him just a little bit too late, and by the time he saw him, that pass was intercepted. That's what ultimately resulted in the whistle blowing for that penalty.
Yeah, it's kind of frustrating to watch at times, because you can see what they were thinking there. You can see the plays develop. We're talking just that half second is really the difference, Arlie, in this team being able to really ignite and get more chances. But just hasn't quite figured it out yet. They haven't gotten that flow, that sync yet. I know we sound like a broken record right now, but it has been the theme here this season in the early going.
One-timer save made, rebound goes wide. That was a bomb there from Lynch, but Atlanta will clear the zone. Good setup from Propavesis to Lynch, who drove it low to the glove side, but a pad save made by Willett. Jacksonville 0 for 2 on the power play so far this evening. And here come the Icemen through center. Phelan risks it off glass behind the net of Willett. Marchand will turn and fire it out immediately. Helvig will leave the puck for Propavesis. For Jacksonville, it's Karastolev, Phelan, and Fortier up front, along with Bobby Lynch and Michael Propavesis. Phelan over the blue line, deflected away by Atlanta, trying to glove it out of the zone, bounces at the line and over the line. The Icemen get it right back with Karastolev. Karastolev over the blue line, drop pass, offside is called. And it's going to be called an intentional offside at that. Linesman Trent Williams ruling that Fortier knew full well that that play was going to be offside. He was probably correct in that call as well. Should mention your officials tonight. Maxime Primo is your referee. Linesman Trent Williams and Cole Rui. This draw comes all the way back into the Jacksonville end. Exactly a minute to go on this power play. Icemen win the faceoff. Baudouin spins away from a man. Circles the back of his net. Got tripped. Penalty coming on Atlanta again. It's going to be a two-man advantage as soon as Atlanta touches the puck. And Baudouin just immediately gives it to Standard. That's a smart play
really
there
smart.
by Baudouin to force the whistle and give the Icemen a two-man advantage for 48 seconds.
Yeah, that was a smart play. I mean, it happens when you got a veteran guy such as Baudouin, who's played so many games at the next level, but he recognized it immediately, just tossed it right to the Atlanta forward there, back skating. And again, just to save precious seconds here on a two-man advantage, they're going to have it for about 48 seconds. That's the first penalty time for Atlanta up on the board.
I'll tell you what, from Atlanta's perspective, yes, it was smart by Baudouin, but whoever touched that puck for Atlanta did not have to touch that puck.
Yeah,
I think that was not a smart play on their part. On the opposite side of things, he could have just let it go into his own end, just kind of, skated around the puck without touching it. He could have taken, 5-6 more seconds off the clock. The Icemen will take it. Big face-off, but the Gladiators do win it and clear it. So the Icemen will have to start in their own end. Two-man advantage for 39 seconds. It is Baudouin over the blue line, trying to go it alone, but it's taken away by Atlanta and cleared away. And the Icemen not able to do much. Just 28 seconds to go on now on this power play. It is Garrett Ross as the crowd gets a little restless. Ross with a drop pass for Clark. Clark over the blue line. Can't gain the zone. Willett will try and play it himself around the wall. Jacksonville holds it in. It is Daou. Daou at the right circle to the blue line for Baudouin. 8 seconds left on the 5-on-3. Ross for Baudouin. Back for Ross in the slot. It jumps off of his stick. Atlanta gets one man back. The Icemen still have the puck. Lang flips it to the right side. Centering feed goes right through the top of the crease. Nobody there. The Icemen get it back. They'll hold the zone. Ross at the left point for Baudouin. Winds and fires. Save Willett. No rebound. 58 seconds to go on the power play.
Not anymore. As Lane gets involved.
Roughing is going to be the call. And then a slash well after the play from Malatesta. So Chase Lang heading into the penalty box. And there goes your power play opportunity. And the frustration mounts for Jason Christie and the Icemen.
Well, that's a classic example of what we've been talking about here, Arlie. Again, you had the 5-on-3 power play, and you just didn't really see the urgency with the passing there. It's little soft flips. Baudouin has to catch it on the backhand. There should be no need for that in a 5-on-3 when you're trying to creep in close. He needs to catch that forehand side and move it immediately, or toss it himself there on the backhand. Again, not trying to play the coacher, but it was just an example of trying to connect and be efficient and moving that puck around. And they just didn't do it there early on in that 5-on-3. Of course, it was really tough right out of the get-go. A couple quick clears by Atlanta kind of got things started on the wrong foot.
4-on-4 for the next 50 seconds. Then it will be Atlanta on a power play. The Icemen have possession deep in their own territory. It's Propavesis spinning away from a forechecker. He'll circle the back of the net and come up the left side. Michael Propavesis tries to flip it ahead, but he lost the handle to it, and the Gladiators bring it back in. Wrister on net, blocker saved by Helvig. Shaw golfs it ahead for Fortier. Can't clear the zone yet. Atlanta holds in. Shot on net, turned aside by Helvig with a stick this time. Rebound for Fortier behind his net. 4-on-4 for another 16 seconds. Max Fortier with some speed now, has Lynch with him. They are onside. Lynch for Fortier again, deflects it towards goal. It went off the side of the net. Atlanta gets it back. Possible 2-on-1 for Atlanta. Coming over the blue line is Asselin. Wrist shot deflected out of play. Well read there by Mitch Jones. And the draw will be in the Icemen zone with 1 second left on Eric Nelly's penalty. So it'll be a power play for the Gladiators pretty much as soon as the puck drops. Draw will be to the Helvig's right. Atlanta out shooting Jacksonville 21-15 and leading this game 3-1. Jacksonville wins the draw. They'll play it around the boards at the blue line, not out. Nelly holds it in right out of the penalty box, and Atlanta sets up. Loose puck now at center ice. Mercier tries to split a couple of defenders. Couldn't quite get there as a bouncing puck. He couldn't find the handle. Atlanta right back in. Asselin for Bly, left wing circle. Nick Bly, stick handles down low, centering feed, deflects to Nesbitt instead at the top of the right circle. Playing it down low for Asselin. For Nesbitt again, cross ice, one-timer, blocked in front, cleared to the line but not out by Jacksonville. Asselin at the half wall, near side boards, plays it to the line for Messner. Messner for Asselin again, loses the handle. Mercier can't clear it out. Asselin gets it back. Messner, wrister in a screen, that is blocked by Jacksonville. Two-man rush shorthanded, trying to catch a trailer, but Clark was gassed. He needed to just clear it out and get a line change. 6 seconds to go on this power play for Atlanta. Messner gains center ice before forehanding in. Comes around the wall for Graham Craig. Craig backhands it away. Here come the Icemen as we are back to full strength. Ross gets it over the blue line for Graham Craig. Craig with a centering feed, deflected away by Atlanta and played out to center ice. Cedarholm pokes it away from Hanoun as we are now in the final minute of period number 2. The Gladiators over the blue line, but a poke check from Craig knocks it free. 3-on-2 for the Icemen. Clark right up the middle, in the slot, to the right side for Lang. Wrist shot on net. Willett looks behind him, but he's got it between his pads and he holds on.
Yeah, he was not too certain he had it or not. He looked right behind him there, but had just enough squeeze of the pillows there to have a positioning on it and get the whistle. But good penalty kill there by the Icemen to get out of that jam and keep it a manageable here 2-goal deficit. But I mean, we are in the waning seconds here of the second period.
40 seconds, 40.6. So the Icemen looking for a late period goal, which they got in the first period. They're looking to duplicate that here to try and go to the locker room, hopefully trailing by 1. It's 3-1 right now. Draws to the left of Willett. Atlanta wins it and clears it. Propavesis beats everybody to the puck for the Icemen. Playing it up the wall, but it's knocked out of midair by Collins, held in by the Gladiators. Collins playing it down low. Taking the body is Hayden Shaw. Collins gets it back for Atlanta. Playing it off the end boards. Propavesis knocks it loose there. Chipping it off the glass. Knocked free by Karastalev for Phelan. Phelan backhands in with 13 seconds to go in the period. See if their forechecking can do some magic here. Played to the line, not out yet. Baudouin with a wrister. Score! With 5.2 seconds to go. The red light never went on, but the goal will count. It looked like it went off the middle bar behind Marty Willett. The goal horn never sounded, and I wonder if we'll get to see some replay here, Alex.
Yeah, it's the new rule this year that's been instituted. I saw it go in without question. It kind of banked in and then rimmed out. I don't know how it bounced out so quickly, but it got swept out of there. But I think this is going to be a good goaler, but they're going to have to look at the replay. But that is the new rule there that the league instituted, the replay system.
I don't know if it was deflected in front of Willett. Did they say no goal, but they're reviewing? Is that what they said?
That's what they said. Yeah, they said no goal, but they are going to do it under review here, and now they're going to have to go take a look at it. They're going to have a discussion first, then have a look at it there at the replay video
I'm excited to see the video replay, and also, thank goodness it's 2019-20, because this goal 100% wouldn't have counted, I don't think, last year. Maybe they would have consulted with a goal judge, but at least now we can get indisputable evidence in a situation like this to see if the Icemen get that last second goal.
Well, he's not even looking right now at the video board. He's got the headset on. He's going to talk with the goal judge, I think, first. To me, I saw it clearly go in.
You can see the puck right there, even on that angle.
I saw it completely go in. I don't know how this could not be a goal, but and we'll see, though. Again, they called it no goal. And I don't know where the official was in the situation to determine where he was to not see that it was a goal. Yeah, you can see him creeping just at the last second. He's kind of behind the play, catching up with it. Now they are looking at the video. You can see the fans down there, too, looking through the glass.
And, you know, look, this is a brave new world out there for these off-ice officials and for the on-ice officials. They may not be accustomed to how to work this. This could be the first time that referee has had to work on a video review, Maxim Primo. So hopefully everything goes flawlessly here. But we can even see on the Jumbotron, I mean, it's small, but you can clearly see the puck go by Walletin into the net. It went off the padding on the ice surface behind him and bounced right back out.
And the cameras are positioned over the net, so it's going to be a high angle way up in the rafters looking down at the net area. So as long as the replay is there and the video is there, it should clearly show this puck was in.
What I am not sure of is the protocol for in-arena play. Are they allowed to show the replay from above the net on the Jumbotron? I don't know if that's even allowed.
I don't even believe it's connected to the system here, but it is connected to the system and the software down at the scorer's table. So
that leaves the fans in the dark, but it also leaves them in a situation where they can't necessarily influence. Here's another replay. It's the first time we'll see this particular replay. It is deflected. You can tell that it is deflected. There's the puck in the net. You can tell right there.
Now the fans have seen it.
And now the fans know it.
Not the overhead view, but the straight-on view. But I think they have to go off what's down on the replay there. They can't just look up at the video board.
Well, the fans know it now. I mean, we've got fans pointing at the center ice faceoff dot, which is a signification for a goal. And let's see what Maxime Primo says. What? He says no goal. He says no goal. How is that possible? He says no goal. There's a clear replay of it.
I'm at a loss for words, Harley.
Could not have been more clear.
Again, we don't know what angle he's looking at and what he sees down in the video replay, but clearly it was a goal, and he was well behind the play. I mean, it was just as easy as it comes, but unfortunately, maybe the video replay he had doesn't show it, and I'm just at a loss for words.
How is Jason Christie keeping his cool right now? The fans are incensed. I am baffled.
And here's the other thing. You have the goal judge back there, too. The red light didn't come on. He looks as if he had the headset on to talk with the goal judge. How does he not confirm that it's in?
I mean, it could not have been more obvious as Atlanta clears the zone and this period is over. And the crowd is all over referee Maxime Primo, and he deserves it. I am not critical of officials. I will be on that one. Blown call, couldn't have been more obvious. I'll give the officials every single benefit of the doubt, but this one was factual evidence that was blown.
Yeah, I'd be interested to see what it is here. And again, it could have been the angle that he has to look at. He can't look up at the video board and see that replay. He has to go with what is down there. I don't still know what angle he was seeing.
Well, why would
we don't know what video has? Maybe,
why would that angle not be down below?
I think it has to be the angles from above. And maybe who knows, maybe the camera just didn't have a shot of it. Maybe it was malfunctioning. I just don't know. I really can't, because I'm with you, Harley. I don't know how this isn't a goal. We just have to maybe say that whatever he had on the iPad there, and that's really what it is, didn't show, and that's what he has to go off of. Again, I'm with you. I'm just not certain what the explanation that Jason Christie has. He was pretty calm and cool after that. But without question, I think everyone here, I saw it live that it was in, and everybody.
Yeah, I mean, I called the goal immediately. Yeah. Even before the horn went off, I called goal. I mean, it could not have been more obvious. Not only by just using your eyeballs, but by once the video came out, I mean, 100% factual. This is not an opinion here. This is 100% factual. I'm going to need the entire intermission to cool down. I have no idea how Jason Christie is able to keep his composure at this point. And the Icemen ultimately down 3-1 right now, and now they're looking down below, and let's see what we see with the replay. What do you see down there, Alex?
Well, what I'm seeing right now is I'm seeing the operations staff and the video staff down there looking at that iPad. I'm wondering now if the iPad wasn't working, and if it's not working, then he can't go off anything he sees on the video board, and he can't say, I can't call it. I've already called it, no goal. If the video's not working, like, why are they down there right now looking at that iPad there? So I'm wondering if there was a malfunction with the camera system and the replay system, therefore he can't reverse the call.
Well, at that point, can't you then go to the goal judge and talk with him, as they did last year numerous times?
And that is, of course you go to that goal judge, and I can't answer for that, because he was right there too. And the red light, as you mentioned, flickered on well after the puck came back out, but not when it was initially in. So very bizarre situation here, Arlie.
So the Icemen, big picture is they are still trailing 3-1. They had a clear-cut goal that was nullified, and the Icemen are going to have to figure out how to lick their wounds from that and maybe use it as sort of a harbinger for things to come for Jacksonville. Hopefully they can find a way to use that as motivation, not only to beat Atlanta, but to beat the officials in tonight's case as well.
Well, we'll see how it all plays out. No doubt a tough pill to swallow when you net the goal with 5 seconds left in the period to pull within one. But for whatever reason, unbeknownst to us right now, this one's not going to stand.
So it's 3-1 after 2 periods of play. We will take a break and return. We'll go through the ECHL standings for the South Division especially, and see how things are looking in the opening stages of this 2019-20 campaign. 3-1, the Atlanta Gladiators lead the Jacksonville Icemen after 2 periods. This is Jacksonville Icemen hockey.
Tonight's game is brought to you by the ECHL, celebrating its 32nd season of affordable family entertainment. The ECHL would like to recognize the following league sponsors: AMI Graphics, official signage provider; A&R Sports, official hockey accessory supplier; AthleticNet, official jersey supplier; Baron Rings, official championship ring supplier; BFL Canada Risk and Insurance and Sutton Special Risk, sponsors of the 2020 ECHL Hall of Fame induction ceremony; Ephesus Lighting, the preferred lighting partner of the ECHL; The Fairley Group, official commercial insurance provider; Geico, official auto insurance of the ECHL; Handbid, the official mobile auction app; Honig's, the official partner of the ECHL officiating team; Howie's Hockey Tape, official hockey tape and lace provider; In Glasgow, official puck provider; The Migray Group, your source for game-worn jerseys; Ticket Galaxy, official ticket resale partner; and Warrior, official on-ice equipment provider of the ECHL. Catch all the live ECHL action in high definition by logging on to ECHL.tv.
Ever wish we could get a new house?
Yes, and Community First is freezing mortgage rates for up to 75 days, and they pay closing costs.
Ever wish we didn't hire your cousin to fix our leaky roof?
Just keep mopping.
Ready for a new home? The home team at Community First can help by freezing mortgage rates for up to 75 days and paying your closing costs. Learn more at communityfirstfl.org. Community First, love where you bank. Equal housing lender.
Hey fans, be sure to check out ECHL.tv, the live streaming destination for the 2018-19 season. Catch all the latest live action from across the premier AA Hockey League, including multi-game high-definition view and playback functionality on both your PC, mobile, and OTT devices. Visit ECHL.tv today to get into the game and never miss the action.
A cool change is in the air, and professional hockey is back in Jax. The Jacksonville Icemen are scoring goals and thrilling fans all season long. Tickets start at just $10 for an incredible game day experience. Come on out to Veterans Memorial Arena, feel the chill of winter, and watch the puck drop. The legacy begins now. JaxIceman.com.
NHL players have amazing talent, and some of the very best developed right here in the ECHL.
Beagles in, he scores!
Now, follow Follow all your favorite ECHL alumni every night on NHL Network's primetime hockey show, NHL Tonight.
Both teams recognize how big this matchup is.
Fire save by Newman. Goosebump stuff.
NHL Tonight, every night 6 Eastern on NHL Network.
If you feel that passion is just the start, if you think practice is never over, if you believe speed limits are just for highways, and Saturday mornings aren't made for cartoons, if you try, fail, learn, laugh, repeat, compete, respect, and unite, then you belong on our team. Join now at team.ccmhockey.com.
What is your role in the fight against cancer? The answer could be as simple as driving your car. For many cancer patients, getting to and from treatment is one of their toughest challenges. The American Cancer Society needs volunteer drivers to help provide transportation for people in your community. Through the gift of a lift in your car, you can help patients take one more step in the road to recovery. Get in the driver's seat in the fight against cancer. To find out more, call your American Cancer Society at 1-800-227-2345 or visit cancer.org.
Sign up for ECHL TV and watch every ECHL game live online. Follow your favorite teams at home and on the road. With live streaming available on your PC, iPad, and iPhone, you'll never be too far away from the action. Never miss a big goal. Relive your favorite ECHL moments in the video archives. And catch every game from around the league live. If ECHL hockey is on, it's on ECHL.TV.
Ever wish we didn't have so many bank fees? Ouch!
We should get a free checking account at Community First. They even give you a cash bonus. Ouch!
Ever wish we had just bought a jar of honey instead of harvesting it?
Ow! Bad bee!
Have you heard the buzz? Community First is giving up to $200 cash bonuses when you open a free checking account with direct deposit. Learn more at communityfirstfl.org. Community First. Love where you bank. NCUA insured.
After 2 periods of play, controversy here at the VyStar Veterans Memorial Arena. At the closing seconds of the second period, the Jacksonville Icemen thought they had a goal, which would have made it 3-2, trailing Atlanta. They go to instant replay, and on the video review, your referee, Maxime Primo, says no goal, which, by the way, was the call on the ice. I will also add that part to it.
Yes,
that was the initial call on the ice, so you need indisputable evidence to overturn. Arlie Johnson here. I'm joined by Alex Reed, and we just had some word. I was able to talk to the public address announcer, Joe Massa, between periods while we were on break. Had a conversation with him about it.
Yep.
Here's the clarification on it. We were curious whether there was a malfunction down there. They were curious if they had the above net angle. They did. There was no malfunction, and they did have that angle from above the net. According to Joe Massa, our public address announcer, that particular angle from directly above the net did not show the puck ever crossing the goal line. It showed the puck going off the post, then going across the goal, parallel to the goal line, and never ultimately going into the net. That's what he says. I can only take him for his word. I know that there's thousands of other fans here right now that saw a replay on the Jumbotron that showed clearly that the puck was in the net.
Yeah.
So I don't know how you can see clearly that a puck is in the net in one angle and clearly that it's not in the net in another angle. I'm still absolutely bewildered by the whole thing, at a loss for words almost.
Yeah, someone used the phrase optical illusion. Maybe that's what we witnessed. I don't know. When I saw it live, I saw it go in and then kind of kick back out. Then when they showed the replay up on the video board, now again, that's not the view that the referee gets. He only gets those above angles. He can't look up at the video board and say that's the one. He has to go with the way the system works off the ones that you just talked about, Arlie. But the one that we all saw was kind of a shot from behind the blue line, facing towards the net. So when you're looking at it straight on, clearly that puck was in, right? Or do I need to go get a doctor's appointment tomorrow and get my eyes checked? And everyone else in the arena agreed there. So, again, whatever. Obviously, he said that the angle from up above doesn't show that. And then, you got to take him at his word.
Well, I would love to see the replay that we saw on the Jumbotron one more time, because once it was deflected by an Iceman player, and I feel like it might have been James Phelan. I'm not positive on who got the deflection, but it was deflected in front. And I'm curious to see the path of the puck on the deflection. If the path is in a situation where there's no way it could have touched the post, if it's going straight ahead, wide of the post, then, your eyes tell you it's impossible for it to hit the post. So I would like to see it again.
Yeah.
Want to see all these angles again. I don't know if you'll be able to later on. I don't know if that's something that's available to you post-game. I don't know. I would certainly investigate that if I were in your shoes, just to try and find out every possible angle, because, that's a pivotal part of this hockey game. Every goal counts, but look, you have an opportunity to go down by one, have some momentum. You scored, you feel that you've scored, and then to have it taken away, I don't know how the Icemen respond to that.
Yeah, it's going to be tough, especially, that was with 5 seconds to go in the period, not always the big boost. Oh, wow, we just got a goal within one. What a boost that would have been for the team going in. Now they're just like, oh, man, nothing's going right tonight, and that's one of those things that they're going to have to go in with now. Wow, we just got a goal, but or alleged goal, let's say, and it got taken back. So, they're going to have to keep pressing and persevering here. But, again, hats off to Atlanta tonight. They've come in here. They've taken advantage. We talked about how big special teams are in tight games, and they got 2 power play goals here tonight. And the Icemen getting a 5-on-3, and Atlanta making the big face-off win. Really kind of threw the whole thing off for the Icemen there. So Atlanta doing the right things on the special team side of things, and they've really limited the chances that the Icemen have had here in this one when they've had those chances.
All right, we'll take one more quick break. We'll come back to get ready for the start of the third period. We'll zip through the South Division standings in the ECHL as well. It's 3-1 Atlanta after 2 periods. You are listening to Jacksonville Icemen Hockey.
Ever wish we could get a new house?
Yes, and Community First is freezing mortgage rates for up to 75 days, and they pay closing costs.
Ever wish we didn't hire your cousin to fix our leaky roof?
Just keep mopping.
Ready for a new home? The home team at Community First can help by freezing mortgage rates for up to 75 days and paying your closing costs. Learn more at communityfirstfl.org. Community First, love where you bank. Equal housing lender.
Hey fans, be sure to check out ECHL.TV, the live streaming destination for the 2018-19 season. Catch all the latest live action from across the premier AA Hockey League, including multi-game high-definition view and playback functionality on both your PC, mobile, and OTT devices. Visit ECHL.TV today to get into the game and never miss the action.
A cool change is in the air, and professional hockey is back in Jax. The Jacksonville Icemen are scoring goals and thrilling fans all season long. Tickets start at just $10 for an incredible game day experience. Come on out to Veterans Memorial Arena, feel the chill of winter, and watch the puck drop. The legacy begins now. JaxIceman.com.
NHL players have amazing talent, and some of the very best developed right here in the ECHL.
Beagles in, he scores!
Now, follow all your favorite ECHL alumni every night on NHL Network's primetime hockey show, NHL Tonight.
Both teams recognize how big this matchup is.
Fire save by Newman. Rebound!
Goosebump stuff.
NHL Tonight, every night 6 Eastern on NHL Network.
If you feel that passion is just the start, if you think practice is never over, if you believe speed limits are just for highways, and Saturday mornings aren't made for cartoons, if you try, fail, learn, laugh, repeat, compete, respect, and unite, then you belong on our team. Join now at team.ccmhockey.com.
What is your role in the fight against cancer? The answer could be as simple as driving your car. For many cancer patients, getting to and from treatment is one of their toughest challenges. The American Cancer Society needs volunteer drivers to help provide transportation for people in your community. Through the gift of a lift in your car, you can help patients take one more step in the road to recovery. Get in the driver's seat in the fight against cancer. To find out more, call your American Cancer Society at 1-800-227-2345 or visit cancer.org.
The boos you hear are for your officials. Onto the ice. Maxime Primo, your referee. Trent Williams, Cole Rui, your linesman. Maxime Primo making the call that has everybody incensed and ready to light this place. Well, I don't want to say something that would sound bad, so I'll just leave it there. Let's just say that they're incensed. Let's move quickly to the South Division standings, shall we, Alex? Changing subjects to the South Division, where the South Carolina Stingrays are alone on top right now, 5-1 to start their year. 5-1-0-0 for the Stingrays for 10 points. They have a 2-point cushion over the Greenville Swamp Rabbits and Florida Everblades. Greenville at 4-2 on the year for 8 points. Florida 4-1 for their 8 points. Florida also currently losing 4-0 at Cincinnati right now, so not looking good for them. In a tie for 4th place, it's the Orlando Solar Bears along with the Norfolk Admirals. Orlando at 2-3-0-1 for 5 points. For Norfolk, 2-4-1-0 for their 5 points. And then there's these two teams, the Atlanta Gladiators and Jacksonville Icemen. They are tied for 6th right now. Atlanta at 2-3-0-0 for the Icemen, 1-2-2-0 for their 4 points. The winner of this game will move into at least a tie for 4th place, if not sole possession of 4th place, depending on what the Norfolk Admirals do later on tonight. They are currently tied with the Reading Royals 1-1 after 2 periods of play. So both teams back out onto the ice. Jacob Cederholm now talking with one of the linesmen. Cederholm was talking with the referee after the period was over as well. This time he's talking to linesman Trent Williams.
Well, and you know, Arlie, we had, we talked about the operations staff down there after the call was made, after the period, looking at it. That's why I thought maybe there was a problem with that overhead camera. But,
right.
It wasn't the issue, as you clearly stated, as you got confirmed. And even the people down there said it doesn't show it go in, and which to me just blows my mind.
Yeah.
From, just seeing what I saw live, and then obviously up there on the video board and what everybody else saw on the video board. And again, that angle can't count, but boy, did that just it looked in. It's a really bizarre, I've been doing this a lot of years, a very bizarre circumstance there.
Yeah, it's not anything that I can recall quite like that. Got a little bit of a glass issue, I think, behind the net of Jeremy Helvig, but it appears to have been rectified. The only thing you can hope right now for Jacksonville is that non-goal call is going to spark them to do something magical here in this 3rd period. Everything just seems to be going against them. Icemen versus everybody kind of mentality right now. And just see if you can, throw the kitchen sink at the Gladiators and hope you can find a way to get a huge 3rd period comeback.
Well, it's a manageable 2-goal deficit. And you know what they say about 2-goal leads in hockey, and that's the worst lead in sports. So you're right. I mean, maybe this will ignite the team, pump them up a little bit. And they can turn, what ended up being kind of a negative thing for them at the end of that period into a positive here to start the period, the 3rd period.
The Icemen skating from our left to our right for this 3rd period. Atlanta has the puck. We are underway. 20 minutes left of regulation play. The Icemen trailing 3-1. Graham Craig behind his own net for Jacksonville. Backhands it around the wall to the near side. Cederholm off the end boards. Craig lets it go for Karostelev. It's deflected out of the zone by Clark. Atlanta drives it right back in. They're onside. Helvig for Craig. Chipping it up the left side. Mesner with it there. Tries to forehand in. Craig couldn't really get the handle to it. He had a man open up the right side in Fortier, but he elects to just play it behind his net. The crowd still all over your referee this evening, giving him a nice little applause. As Karostelev gets a centering feed for Fortier, but he couldn't redirect it on net. Great speed from Fortier to find himself open right at the top of the crease, but he couldn't redirect it on frame. And the Gladiators will play it out to center. Powers with it from there. He'll forehand in. Helvig leaving it for Jones. Jones with a long lead pass, trying to set up Lynch, but it was read there by Flagel. Play to an open wing. The Icemen control the puck. Emerson Clark dropping it back into his own end for Jones. Jones behind his own net. He is double teamed, but he gets it free to Baudouin. Flipping it up the right side. Nesbitt gloves it down to his stick and backhands it back in. A minute and a half gone by in this 3rd period. The Icemen trailing 3-1. It's Jones behind his own net. Waiting for Ross to skate by. Jones keeps the puck, feeds to the right for Beaudoin. Beaudoin with a flip pass ahead. That's going to be offside for Garrett Ross. Beaudoin did not get a good flip in. He tried to play it, I think, behind the Atlanta net, but he didn't get good wood on it, and Ross well in ahead of the play. So the draw will be right at the center ice face-off dot, right where the new third logo for the Icemen is, which looks so sharp on ice, that script Jax, J-A-X, at the center ice face-off circle. The Icemen have not brought out those new gray uniforms yet as Atlanta breaks in alone, centering feed and a goal. It's Asselin with the goal, 4-1 Atlanta with 18:07 to go. Defensive coverage breakdown right off the draw at center ice. And an easy, pretty much a 2-0 when it was all said and done. Nelly feeding Asselin for the goal at 1:53 of the third period.
Yeah, that's out, but we knew the next goal in this game was going to loom large here. The Icemen get it, it fires them up, pulls them within one. Now it's a 3-goal deficit, an early hole here in this third period. Now the mountain getting a little bit tougher to climb here for Jacksonville.
And here come the Icemen. It is Everett Clark skating into the zone. He's by himself for now. Couldn't hold possession. Atlanta wristed around the boards and out. This will be icing. Cedarholm strides into it to get the indirect touch up. You don't actually have to touch the puck on icing like you used to, of course. Draw will come to the right side of Marty Ouellette. I'm assuming, tell me if I'm wrong, that you have the new NHL rules here where you can choose which side you want the face-off on, as it is in the NHL as of this year?
Yeah.
In a situation like that?
I've heard that. I believe you can this year. I know that was something Coach Christie had mentioned in training camp, that there's that rule there that you can kind of choose that. And I believe it's after an icing, if that's right. Is that
yeah.
correct? Yeah.
After icing, and there's a couple of other situations that aren't nearly as common. I believe when a defensive team takes the net off of its moorings unintentionally.
Right, you can.
And you can't change lines either in those situations.
And Coach Christie, I know in the scrimmage that the team had there at Jack's Ice and Sportsplex there, that was he wanted to simulate some of those situations just so that the guys knew that was a rule that they would have to get used to this year. I'll get my words out eventually.
Well, the Icemen need something good to happen, and quick, if they have any hope of getting back into this contest. They're trailing 4-1. Beaudoin backhands it into the zone. Lynch gives chase. Karastolev is there, and the Icemen have possession. Karastolev to the blue line for Jones. Cross ice, it's Beaudoin. Rister is deflected wide by Lynch. Comes off the end boards, but held in by the Icemen still. It is Karastolev throwing it down low for Ross. Not in shooting position, but Ross gets it back. Good stick handling for the moment, but now a steal from the Gladiators, and Malatesta will just clear it out. Atlanta just looking for some breakdowns in defense, and here's a wrist shot from them that goes wide. Comes behind the net for Bly. Bly on his backhand to the blue line. Wrist shot goes wide from Flagel. Powers holds in for Atlanta. Nesbitt with a centering feed that is blocked. Atlanta gets it right back, however. Nesbitt again. Going down low, turnaround shot and a save by Helvig off the stick of Luke Nogard. So Atlanta up 4-1 and pressuring, looking for more.
All right, Arlie, I'm going to put the kibosh on this whole Goalgate thing that took place. I got an email. I'm not going to say who, but I got an email from someone with the league, a league official, let's say, somebody that works for the ECHL. I don't want to say his name just in case, but giving us an explanation here. Parallax angle, quote, a displacement of difference in apparent position of an object viewed along two different lines of sight and is measured by the angle or semi-angle of inclination between those two lines.
That is very scientific.
Very scientific, and basically saying, yeah, I mean, so that seems to be the a thing, and I think we were all duped by it and fell victim to it here there late in the second period.
So, layman's terms, optical illusion.
Yeah, pretty much.
Wraparound save made by Ouellette for Atlanta. And a clear out of the rebound from the Gladiators. That was a great chance for the Icemen. I believe it was Lang on the wraparound, but Ouellette was there with the left pad. I'm still dying to see that other replay, that being said. Both of them again. I kind of almost want to see them side by side. As the Icemen take it back into the zone, it's Karostelev, and a great save by Ouellette with a blocker. As the Icemen are trying to get a little more pressure on the Atlanta netminder. But Ouellette up to the task on a couple of different occasions, just seconds apart here. Play is now in the Jacksonville zone. Comes off the end boards to the near side half wall. Craig takes the body on Nelson. Around to the far side for Karostelev for Jacksonville. Touch pass for Clark. Over the blue line, delayed offside. Jacksonville cannot touch it. Atlanta gains possession as the Icemen clear the zone. Malatesta flips it out of play. Was he in his own zone? Would that be a delay of game? Or was he over the blue line for that clear? That was pretty close. They're going to say that he was outside the blue line. So the draw coming in the neutral zone. If he was just another stride in his own zone there, it would have been a delay of game. Instead, it's Atlanta skating 5-on-5 here as they clear into the zone. Nesbitt with a sharp angle shot, never reached the net. Ross tries to deflect it away for Baudouin. It bounces up high into the left wing faceoff circle, and the Icemen pull it away. Lynch looking for Emerson Clark. It went behind him. Atlanta takes over. Soloviev has it stolen away by Jacksonville. Coming up the left side, the referee gets in the way. Clark holds it in, so some pressure here from Jacksonville. It is Lynch to the blue line. Wrist shot in a screen. Save made by Ouellette. Rebound into the corner. The referee really got in the way there of Jacksonville as Maxime Primo is making his presence felt in every way now for the black and white. Jacksonville keeps it in the zone. Right point, it's Baudouin with a wrist shot. That is blocked out of play. Mitch Jones slapping it around the wall. High around the glass. Comes all the way to Nesbitt for the Gladiators. Cross ice look. Mesner for Nogard. He'll clear it in cross corner. Propavesis is on it first. Nelly trying to strip it free. Poked loose by Jacksonville. Comes to the opposite wing. It's on the near side now. Shaw unable to clear. Mercier takes the body. Puck comes free for Jacksonville. It is Phelan. Cross ice for Daou. Trying to pick it up off the wall. Can't do it. Mercier holds it in the zone, however, and Jacksonville possesses. It is Phelan. Knocked off the puck by Nogard. Here comes Marchand starting a three-man rush for Atlanta. Gains the line for Nelly. Tries to center. Great back check there from Phelan. That broke up what would have been a sure goal if he had not been there. Jacksonville gets it to center ice and they'll clear in. Ouellette plays it around the wall. Stander up the boards. Goes off a leg, safely out to center. Down to 12:32 to go in the third. Jacksonville trails 4-1. It's Karostelev for the Icemen. Curling back into his own end. Collins defends. Craig on the left wing side. Gains the red line before a snapshot in. Ouellette got a piece of it, but not enough to hold it. For Atlanta, it's Forney. Skating up the right side for Collins. Collins clears it into the cross corner. Cederholm drives it around the wall. Bouncing puck looking for Fortier. Couldn't handle the bouncing puck, and Atlanta clears it out safely. Cederholm once more as the crowd a little bit listless right now, trying to get something to get the crowd back into the game as well. In the neutral zone, it is Craig with a backhand toss in. Puck rolling on edge behind the Gladiator net as Atlanta easily breaks out of their own zone. Tapping the puck in for the Gladiators. Centering feed wide open and a great save by Helvig and a penalty coming. This will be on the Icemen. Hooking is the call against Clark. Atlanta too much speed. Malatesta got the shot off anyway. It was a great save by Helvig, and the frustration mounts as we go to break. 4-1 Atlanta, 11:35 to go in the third. This is Jacksonville Icemen hockey.
Ever wish we could get a new house?
Yes, and Community First is freezing mortgage rates for up to 75 days, and they pay closing costs.
Ever wish we didn't hire your cousin to fix our leaky roof?
Just keep mopping.
Ready for a new home? The home team at Community First can help by freezing mortgage rates for up to 75 days and paying your closing costs. Learn more at communityfirstfl.org. Community First, love where you bank. Equal housing lender.
Hey fans, be sure to check out ECHL.TV, the live streaming destination for the 2018-19 season. Catch all the latest live action from across the premier AA Hockey League, including multi-game high-definition view and playback functionality on both your PC, mobile, and OTT devices. Visit ECHL.TV today to get into the game and never miss the action.
A cool change is in the air, and professional hockey is back in Jax. The Jacksonville Icemen are scoring goals and thrilling fans all season long. Tickets start at just $10 for an incredible game day experience. Come on out to Veterans Memorial Arena, feel the chill of winter, and watch the puck drop. The legacy begins now. JaxIcemen.com.
Jacksonville trails 4-1. Atlanta has the puck. Jacksonville is shorthanded. Atlanta already with a pair of power play goals tonight. They're 2 for 4 as Asselin brings it into the zone. He has a pair of goals. Nesbitt, far side half boards. Playing it down low. Jones takes the body, playing physical. Asselin with a saucer pass for Mesner. Wrist shot in a screen is deflected behind the net. Asselin gets it back. Playing it down low for Nesbitt, centering feed, blocked in front by Jacksonville, not cleared out. Mesner into the corner for Bly. Nick Bly, sharp angle shot, save is made, rebound. I wouldn't say it is covered, but the whistle blew, and now we've got a couple of punches going. Six are up high. Clark is involved again. This time it is Emerson Clark. Everett's in the box. It was a quick whistle there from the referee. Helvig never did have possession. And now we've got some pushing and shoving again, this time with Mitch Jones against Samuel Asselin.
Get a little tempers flaring there. Uh-oh, Clark's still stewing with somebody right now. Boy, he is full of fire today.
Pretty much every night.
Yeah, no doubt. But things got a little heated there. He kind of knocked a man down right as everyone was cramming to jam at the puck, and did a little extra shot for good measure there after the guy went down. That's why Clark's going to go in the box. And now you got both brothers, but Clark's in the box.
Maybe they can talk about Emerson's new little girl, Everett's little niece. How's she doing?
Yeah, little Christmas plans.
Yeah, I think she's actually right close to us, as a matter of fact, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
The little one.
Yeah, I see that.
So we want to wish our best to the entire Clark family, of course. The two that are in the penalty box and all the other Clarks. Looks like we're going to have an extra penalty to Atlanta here, I believe. Eric Niley. Collins goes into the box to serve his time. I believe it's going to be a double minor on Niley and just the one minor to Emerson Clark. That'll make it 4-on-4 for a minute. And then an Icemen power play for a minute after that. It'll also bring the face-off into the Atlanta end. This is a game where just nothing seems to be going right for the Icemen. They'll have a couple of days to lick their wounds unless they have some sort of miraculous comeback in the final 10:35 here. Not out of the realm of possibility, but they better get some hustle in their step to do it. Max Fortier, who has Jacksonville's goal, is on the draw with Nikita Korostolev. Both of them came down from the Cleveland Monsters last week. Naylor gets the extra minor for slashing. Both Clark and Niley get 2 minutes for roughing each as Atlanta takes it into the zone. Centering feed went right through the slot, but nobody home. Jacksonville with speed. Korostolev for Fortier up the left side. Stops at the circle. Oh, what a move, but he couldn't keep the possession of the puck. He gets it back. He has got every move in his bag, it seems like, as Atlanta breaks out. Now they're trying to move into the Jacksonville zone, but Nelson was all alone. He'll just have to wait and then play it cross ice for Nesbitt. Shot goes wide to the short side. Comes off the end boards for Michael Propavesis for Jacksonville. For Korostolev behind his net. Korostolev and Fortier, they seem to have a pretty good amount of chemistry, of course, being in Cleveland together, as Korostolev looks for Propovesis, who was also in Cleveland with them. All three of them were there until last week.
Yeah, he's on a Columbus contract.
And the Icemen now on a power play as Clark is out of the box. Korostolev drops it back for Baudouin. They'll have a power play for 49 seconds as the Icemen get some fresh skaters on the ice for this power play, an abbreviated one. Jacksonville 0 for 4 on the power play tonight as the Icemen are still bottled up in the neutral zone. Can't even get it across the red line yet. Baudouin up the right side for Lynch. Atlanta has all 4 skaters in the neutral zone. They're not allowing the Icemen anything. They've been on this power play for 30 seconds. They haven't gotten past center ice yet. Finally over the blue line, and onside is Mercier. Steps around a man. Centering feed deflected away. Comes to the blue line for Baudouin. The Icemen finally in possession. Daou trying to knock it free for Mercier. Mercier to the blue line for Baudouin. Cross ice look. It is Ross with a wrist shot. Whistles just wide. Karam's all the way out to center ice. That'll do it on the power play as Baudouin feeds it for Ross. We are at 5-on-5 as the Icemen try to play it into the zone. Unable to do so, they'll have to track it down at the red line. 8:25 to go in the game. Jacksonville trails 4-1. Daou for Lynch. Looks to center all alone and putting it wide is Mercier. Great feed there from Lynch, but Mercier couldn't finish. Atlanta gets to the loose puck. And they'll skate out. Craig knocks the puck away, leaving it for Cederholm. D to D for Craig once more. Outletting it for Lang, who redirects into the zone. Phelan gives chase on the forecheck. Fortier lets it go for Cederholm. Wrist shot in a screen. Goes wide of the net. And it's redirected out to center by Atlanta. They're just playing it nice and safe. They don't have to do anything fancy right now. They just want to make sure that they're playing smart hockey in their own zone. As Jacksonville comes back in, Fortier with speed. Sharp angle shot goes wide to the short side. Fortier is tripped up, penalty coming. A very late call right there from Primo, but I believe that was because Fortier was spilled and was barreling right down on his legs.
He was just
it was self-preservation before anything else.
100% it was, yeah. He got tripped down and he was sliding straight for the official, and he couldn't quite put the arm up until he had made certain that he was going to be able to stay on his feet.
So the Icemen back on the power play. 7:33 to go. One last touch-up on the controversy in case you're tuning in late. The Icemen thought they had a goal with 5 seconds remaining in the second period. It was nullified. One replay appeared to clearly show the puck in the net, while the above-the-net camera clearly apparently showed that it never did go across the net. And we believe it was nothing more than an optical illusion. What was the term that it was described? Parallax angle, I believe, is what it was?
Yeah, parallax. I'll get you the phrase here in just a second, but we learned it's a thing. There's no doubt. It's a real thing.
I have heard of it. I have heard it, and apparently it just happened. So, you know, truthfully,
parallax angle.
Yeah, I'll try and wait till there's maybe a stoppage in play, or at least where there's a lull in the action. But Jacksonville's still on the power play for right now. There is your whistle, and there is another penalty here. High sticking is going to be the call. Could be on Emerson Clark again. Boy, and you know what? Assuming that it's just nothing more than a parallax angle, you know, I got to be the first to admit it. I got to give my apologies to the officials then if that's the case. I want to be a stand-up guy here. I don't want to be the guy that just is you know, blasting on an official saying you messed this up 100%, which I did say. You know, got to stand up and take the heat. You make the criticism and you find out you're wrong, you take the heat. And I'll be more than happy to do that. So if that is the parallax angle, and I have not seen the behind the net replay yet, but if everything says, you know, if everybody says what actually happened, sure, I'll take my humble pie. I'll be more than happy to do that. I do want to make sure that I don't want to leave the officials hanging on that either. So I want to make sure that that gets spoken as well as we resume play. It was a penalty on Emerson Clark, who's been in the box quite a bit tonight. We're 4-on-4 for the next minute 13 as Atlanta has the puck in the Jacksonville zone. Korostolev trying to clear it out.
And I'll vouch for you, Arlie. You are a stand-up guy.
I mean, when you're only 5'7", you got to stand up as often as possible, you know? You don't want to just take it sitting down.
Yeah.
I am who I am. I got to make sure that I can, you know, take my licks along the way when necessary. Sometimes you got to do it.
As he stands up, everybody, right now.
Yeah, I am literally standing up right now as I said that.
Yeah.
Not planned, just how it worked out. Yeah, sometimes I'm sitting, sometimes standing. I'm kind of all over the place a little bit. Jacksonville still having trouble clearing the zone. 4-on-4 for another 30 seconds. Karastolev with Malatesta on his hip. Karastolev gets tripped up. Knocks it free for Jones. Not much flow to the game right now at this point with just under 6 minutes on the clock. And Jacksonville in need of something to happen, not even necessarily tonight. Just somewhere along the way, something good needs to happen as Hanoun makes a steal. He's going to walk in, forehand, and a great save by Helvig. He will get the whistle before trying to play it. So it'll be a draw in the Jacksonville zone. And we will take a break with 5:34 to go in period number 3. It's Atlanta 4, Jacksonville 1.
NHL players have amazing talent, and some of the very best developed right here in the ECHL.
Beagles in, he scores!
Now, follow all your favorite ECHL alumni every night on NHL Network's primetime hockey show, NHL Tonight.
Both teams recognize how big this matchup is.
Fire save by Dubnik. Rebound!
Goosebump stuff.
NHL Tonight, every night 6 Eastern on NHL Network.
If you feel that passion is just the start, if you think practice is never over, if you believe speed limits are just for highways, and Saturday mornings aren't made for cartoons, if you try, fail, learn, laugh, repeat, compete, respect, and unite, then you belong on our team. Join now at team.ccmhockey.com.
Just 5:34 to go in the contest. Almost as soon as the puck drops, the Gladiators will go on a power play. Robert Powers comes out of the penalty box as the puck drops. Jacksonville clears it out into the Gladiator end. Atlanta still has just 25 seconds to go on this man advantage, but they're well in control of this game as the Gladiators are looking to move to 500 on the season. Both teams, in fact, were trying to get to 500 on the season in this game tonight, but it looks like Atlanta will be the team that does exactly that. The Icemen shorthanded. It is Clark looking for Fortier. Fortier taken down, no call. Net still on its pegs as Fortier slides into the crease and pushes Willette deep inside his own net as the Gladiators come back into the offensive zone. Martian with a wrist shot. Another save by Helvig, no rebound. Teams are at full strength here with 4:54 remaining. Don't forget, next up for the Icemen at home after a 3-game road trip. The Icemen, remember, starting with 7 of their first 9 away from home this season. But it will be the Gladiators coming back into town for a Thursday morning affair. Thursday, the 14th of November. So you got to wait 2 more weeks. 10:30 a.m. start in the annual Kids Field Trip game, which is always a blast. I was talking to Iceman President Bob Arablo before the game, talking about that particular night, that already 11,000 tickets sold. Already the upper bowl has been cleared out. This is going to be a phenomenal morning of hockey for a lot of kids in Jacksonville on the 14th.
And there's still a few weeks to go here to sell for that. It has potential to be maybe the biggest crowd to attend a Jacksonville hockey game. So a hockey game, I say, in the city of Jacksonville. So we'll see. We're pretty high on it without question, but still a couple weeks to go to sell for it and try to get to that number.
Exactly. And just because the game is designed for kids does not mean that it is only for kids. You adults, you're allowed to go to the game too, with or without a child. Tickets available for anybody. As the Icemen try to get a wraparound attempt, it goes right through the crease of Marty Willette. Comes to the opposite wing and safely out to center from the Gladiators. Cedarholm with it for Jacksonville. Dangerous backhand feed, but it somehow connects to Bobby Lynch. Lynch for Baudouin, for Lynch again with just 3:51 to go in the game. Just to tie up that home game against Atlanta, the two teams will square off the following night as well. Atlanta at Jacksonville on Friday the 15th also. And then Marvel night on the 16th of November. 3 home games in 3 nights for the Icemen. November 14th at 10:30 a.m. and then November 15th and 16th Both of those games at 7 o'clock. That's Thursday morning, Friday, and Saturday night, the 14th, 15th, and 16th. Get your tickets now, especially for the 14th. Face off in the Atlanta zone, team skating 5-on-5. We haven't had so much of that in this third period.
No. It's been a few penalties, a lot of odd man situation.
Jones looks for a shooting lane, finally gets one, but it whistles just wide on the play. Carrasco to the blue line for Baudouin. For Jones, shot deflects on net, and a great save by Ouellette. The deflection came from Phelan. Daou gets it to the right point for Karastolev, who is covering for Baudouin. It goes to Jones, winds and fires off the side of the net. Atlanta gets the rebound, and they do clear it past Jones. Helvig is pulled, so it will be called icing as Jacksonville has 6 skaters on the ice here. Down 3 with 3:11 to go.
We were both dialed in on the play here in the offensive zone, and I said, this kind of looks like a power play to me. But I look at the video board, I didn't see any penalties, and then of course we see the clear, and we noticed that the net had been abandoned. So, that's why empty net here to the left.
So the draw will be to Ouellette's right side. Jacksonville has 6 skaters on the ice with an empty net behind them. And Atlanta chops the puck out on the draw. Jacksonville collects inside their own line. It is Hayden Shaw playing it right to left, looking for Fortier. Fortier's over the blue line. Tried to drop pass to Lynch, but he wasn't home. Atlanta clears it back in. Icing will be waved off, centering feed, looking for the open net. Great back check there from Clark to keep Asselin away from the hat trick as he was going for it in an empty net. Jacksonville now plays it out to center. It is Fortier going wide on Stander, cuts back inside, tries to feed Ross. Ross couldn't find the handle. Atlanta turns and fires it out. It'll go wide of the net. Icing again against the Gladiators. I'm sure they have no problem firing for the empty net, and they don't mind an icing at all. When you're up by 3, that's kind of the way that things go these days. You don't want to just take the time off the clock. You want to put the team away, and Atlanta's trying to do that. Let's set the scene for Jacksonville. Up front, it is Everett Clark, Alexei Daou, Nikita Karastolev, and Chase Lang. At the blue line, Graham Craig and Jacob Cederholm. Graham Craig with a slap shot, glove save by Ouellette. Saw it all the way. Sort of a flutter shot. Didn't catch all of it there. So another draw to Ouellette's right side. Icemen win another faceoff. It is Craig to the right for Cederholm. Cederholm setting up Karastolev. Behind the net, it's Daou for Lang. Lang looks to center. Looks for Clark in the slot. Can't pull the trigger. Atlanta does not clear. Craig for Lang in the high slot. Wrist shot. Save is made by Ouellette. Rebound into the far side for Atlanta. They'll flip it out of the zone back to the Jacksonville line. 1:58 to go in the contest. The Icemen bring it back in. Atlanta clears it right back out. High off the glass for Karastolev. Karastolev for Craig. Ahead for Daou at center ice. Daou over the blue line. Gives a big hit and takes his man down as Atlanta clears out. I think Logan Nelson thought that he was going to be the one delivering the check, and he was sorely mistaken. And I use the word sorely on purpose as Daou just drilled him. He was not ready for it at all. Clean hit as well. It was up high, but not at the head high. And Nelson took a little while to get up. As you see it again on the replay here. Oh, he just got creamed on that play.
He did, and from Daou gave him a little shove to there. That's very...
Let him know you're there.
Yeah, very uncharacteristic there of Alex Daou, but using the body right there and then a little shove there, that's certainly not in his normal character, but great to see a little fire out of him using the body.
No question about it. Wouldn't mind seeing a little more of that as the season moves along. Face-off will be to the right of Ouellette. Just 94 seconds to go. Jacksonville at least just trying to get on the board here. Feel a little good about
Clark had to go down. It looked to be a little bit of a stalling tactic there by Atlanta following the icing whistle, and that's when Clark went down and told the ref, like, let's get this thing moving here. And, we're trying to catch them while they're still breathing.
And there's Clark going after another man, and here comes Soloviev over Emerson Clark. Everybody wants a piece of Emerson Clark. Clark just continuing to deliver the body checks. Now it's Ross tied up with Hanoun. Clark is already pulled away.
Thunderous check there by Clark. He's been active all night long. Now you got a wrestling match.
Yeah, Ross with a 2-point takedown on Hanoun. I don't know if the hit from Clark drew a penalty either. I don't know. It could have gone either way. Was not able to see the hand from Primo go up or stay down. Couldn't locate him at the right time. Now Mitch Jones wants a piece of somebody. He takes somebody down right on top of Soloviev. Now Jones wants a piece of somebody else, and he drops another one. That time it was Luke Nogard, and now Nogard trying to get on top of Jones. The referee is on top of Jones, preventing Nogard from getting after him. And this is getting ugly here. There's a yard sale on the ice right now. Sticks, gloves, helmets all over the place.
And Jeff Pyle, the head coach for the Gladiators, made his way to the front.
And now Malatesta battling with Ross. They're going to go. Ross with a right hand. Malatesta, there's right now just a wrestling match. Ross trying to get his right hand free. Ross's helmet comes off. Malatesta's comes off. Ross has the shirt over Malatesta's head and is pounding away with the left hand. And now the linesman will separate them. So the Icemen showing some spirit here in the closing minutes. It's a shame it had to come down to this. You'd rather win the game.
Jeff Pyle firing up Malatesta. Gave him a little fist pump there, clapping his hands on his way up the ice.
Nogard heads to the locker room. I think I see an elbow pad on the ice right now.
Looks like a rummage sale of hockey equipment there on the ice. All the sticks and gloves. Well,
so not the prettiest way to end things, but at least it shows the Icemen showing that they're sticking up for their guys. They are angry about how things are going these last couple of games, tonight and last night as well. And perhaps this kind of energy will lead to some more solid play on Saturday at Greenville.
Well, you know, it's division rivals, and, you know, this is the first of, I believe, 13 meetings between these two teams this year. So, you know, hey, set the tone. You're going to see them plenty down the road here. But it looks as if this one's going to go in favor, round one's going to go in favor of Atlanta.
Look at Jeff Pyle jawing away at one of the linesmen right now.
Oh, and now.
Oh, he put his hands up to his face as if he was saying that he's blind. Now, Pyle is talking to Maxime Primo, the referee. Primo goes to Jason Christie.
Yeah, long discussion here with both coaches. Two of the winningest coaches in ECHL history.
Two of the top three, is that correct?
Yeah, 2 of the 3. Jason Christie won, and I believe Jeff Pyle, did he move into second or third last year? He did it here in this building late last year.
That is correct. It was here in this building. Not sure what the manpower situation is going to be on the ice. Nothing is on the scoreboard just yet. A minute 23 to go in the game.
Well, the Clark penalty is the lone penalty up on the board. I'm certain for maybe the initial hit.
Yeah, it is 5-on-4 on the ice right now, so Atlanta is on a power play here to finish things off tonight. Jacksonville tries to clear, can't do it yet as we resume actual hockey now. Deflected shot from the Gladiators goes wide. Cedarholm tries to clear it out. Can't do it yet. It goes behind the Jacksonville net. Martian for Niley. Mercier defends on him. Craig breaks it up, and Mercier will clear it out. Final minute of this hockey game. The Icemen are going to fall to 1 win, 3 losses, 2 overtime losses. For Atlanta, they'll be an even 3-3 on the year. As the Icemen try to skate out of the zone, but it's loose in the slot. Atlanta picks it up. Jacksonville gets it back, and they will clear out of the zone. Mercier gives chase with 39 seconds to go in the contest. Gladiators first on it. They try to clear in. It goes out of play. And the draw will be outside the Jacksonville line. I believe all the penalties were just fightings as opposed to game misconduct, but I'm curious if there were some different kind of penalties because it was in the final couple of minutes of a game that might change things. Kind of thing you'll probably have to check the box score after this game is over.
Yeah, there's a lot to catch up on there in that last little exchange between the two teams as they say their goodbyes here until the next time, which will
2 weeks from tomorrow. These two teams again for the kids game. That could be fun.
Yeah. They'll bring that kind of spirit and energy to that game.
Oh, that could be interesting. Final seconds tick down. Atlanta has the puck behind their own net. They're in no hurry. This game is over as the horn's just about to sound. Final score tonight, the Atlanta Gladiators 4, the Jacksonville Icemen 1. That will do it for this broadcast. Summing things up here, Alex. You know, we talked about a lot about the controversy of that goal in the second period that was ultimately not called as a goal for Jacksonville. Really had no bearing on the game. Atlanta was the better team tonight. Jacksonville's got to find a way to be better.
No, it didn't. And even if the goal had counted, you know, the Icemen needed, you know, they could have used it as some fuel and energy into the third. They surrendered an early goal. They had to go behind 4-1. So, you know, it's a frustrating game. And, you know, when you look at some of the early bounces and but, you know, Atlanta came in. They got the job done. They took advantage of their opportunities. The Icemen just didn't convert on the chances they had. That 5-on-3 was an opportunity. Their power plays, they just didn't get it done tonight. And we talk about it. They're just off. You know, just off. This team really kind of going over the edge here. But because they've got the skill and obviously the top-level talent there. But they're just a little bit off sync here. And they'll get back to the drawing board here before they head up to Greenville this weekend. But a tough one here for the fans as Jacksonville continues to just try to get things sorted out.
So the Icemen back on the road again. 3 more road games. Greenville, Orlando, Florida, the next 3. Next one, Alex, you'll be on the call for that one, of course, for all of those. Saturday night at the Greenville Swamp Rabbits, a team that beat Jacksonville here on opening night in overtime and then beat them also in Greenville the following week. So the Icemen looking for a little revenge and just trying to let out a little bit of anger from how things have gone the last couple of nights as well. Hopefully they have a much more concerted effort and a little more focus and hopefully a victory to go with all of that. That'll do it for this broadcast. Alex, thank you so much. Look forward to the next broadcast on the 14th here at home. That'll be a 10:30 a.m. start on Mixlr and JacksIcemen.com. For Gemstone Media and everybody else involved with the broadcast, thank you everybody for being here tonight. We'll catch you again the next time around. This has been Icemen Hockey.